I'm waking up. That's terrible. That is terrible. I could not get it together this morning. And I made a whole video this morning and everything. I cannot get it together. Oh, goodness. All right. Oh, look at Mr. Chow. It looks like they're coming into the courtroom now. How is everybody this morning? Good morning. Oh, good God, y'all. My glasses at least clean or not. I need to hear something. Oh, I guess I can hear the glasses now. Turn it down. No, you can't. You turn it down. Oh, phone light screen. Ooh, mother. I just seen something. Sorry, guys. Hold up. Thank you. Look at that word. From Chicago. I need to get to Chicago. Let me tell you something. I gotta find something to do though in Chicago because y'all, every time I go to Chicago, the only thing I do is eat. Same thing in New Orleans. I forget to eat everything except for beignets. I just keep eating beignets and keep eating beignets. But Chicago, that's when I thought I was grown, when you first start driving and hit the highway and your parents tell you not to, but you figure you just get on the highway and get right back. That's one thing we used to do every summer is drive to the Taste of Chicago, baby. She said Chuck delivery, please. We got there. At least we got the coffee. Now we gonna pray. So again, today we're just gonna go into lunch because I am going to be analyzing for an additional business and I need to be in that journey. So I'll do that around, I think it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, so it's like 10 a.m. So sorry guys, I'm still getting myself together. Hey, so this case is about actually 3 years ago, exactly today. Oh God, today is May 28th. Oh, it's my cousin's birthday. Okay, I need to say something, post something. So May 28th, 2023, 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton goes into a Shell gas station in Columbia, South Carolina, where he is followed inside the gas station. He leaves his book bag at the door. He's followed through the gas station by this defendant's wife. He pulls 4 waters out the refrigerator, takes a pause, decides he don't want them, put the 4 waters back, and walks back to the front. And as he's getting ready to leave, they accuse him of stealing. He turns his pocket inside out. He did not have his bag. I sound far away. Where's my mic? Oh. No, my mic is gone. Okay, so it didn't fall back. Oh, hold on. Damn, I was thinking last night. Let's try 2 things real quick. Thank you. Okay, is that better?
You are right if I sit over here. Yes, that's fine.
It was behind my iPad on the other side. Denver was in concert yesterday, y'all. I'm sorry. He wanted to do
All
a
right,
concert with his big
before
smile.
we get started, anything from the state, housekeeping wise, I need to address?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay, come on.
Nothing on behalf of us.
Okay.
It just actually,
Actually,
and I might be, I'm not sure, Your Honor, maybe you have been doing it and I haven't been paying attention, but are we asking the jury every day, have they paid any attention, seen any news?
I can't.
because they've been tagging the hell out your ass, haven't they? They've been tagging the hell out of his law firm, haven't they? Hold on, yeah.
State have any strong feeling either way on
We don't, sir.
that?
Thank you, sir.
I think I'm just gonna continue to admonish them not to.
Yes, sir. And nothing else on behalf of Mr. Judge.
Okay, all right, first, we have lost another girl to illness. So, number.
Real, I've been seeing his name like crazy, and I'm not gonna lie, I had never seen his TikTok post before, and I know he was tagged about 3 or 4 times in my post, in one of my posts alone.
Numbers of the other alternatives, which I will draw from as required by statute.
If you guys started seeing him and recognizing him, all the people watching this case now,
All right. Okay. All right, so we will replay and juror number 22, just so the record clear, juror number 22 called in today, indicated she was sick, would not be able to make it, so she will be replaced. About random drawing or statute by juror number 232. All right, have another note from the jury, and they are obviously sentencing the case. This trial is going because I said, Judge, we have a juror that has an important doctor's appointment that must be kept. The appointment is for June 3rd. So if we are still here, then we'll work around that.
That's Wednesday next week. I think there's
I thought so too.
I'm sorry.
we're down a juror. There's a juror that's sick, and they're not going to stop the trial for her. They're going to keep going, so they're replacing her with an alternate.
I thought about addressing this yesterday morning after Monday's arguments when things started getting a little chippy, and I didn't, and it started bubbling over yesterday. And I don't know what or why there's this dynamic in this courtroom. I don't know whether it's TV cameras, media cover, I don't know. But there's way too much acrimony, bickering back and forth, sarcasm, eye rolling,
Come on.
disparaging opposing counsel.
Come on.
Stops right now. I didn't practice
Stop
that
the
way.
theatrics.
Like preside over cases that
Stop
way.
the theatrics.
And I'm not talking to one person, I'm talking to every person. So that stops now. You are all great lawyers, and I've worked with every one of you as a member of the bench. I've known many of you personally outside the courtroom. I've known some of you for the entirety of my career. I respect every one of you, but this needs to stop. Just be the great lawyer you are, try your case, and let's move on. And from here on out, we're going to have one lawyer, one witness. We're going to have one lawyer, one argument. Also, happened a couple times yesterday, the lawyers need to stand when they're addressing the court. the exception of Mr. Swirling, he did address that with me. He had an issue with his knee, and his birthday Saturday. So, Stacy.
Don't say that one more time.
What else? Just caution you also as to the redundancy, especially on direct. 611D allows me to permit some of that. But I know Ms. Taylor may remember the last trial. I was with you, juror sent a note, or the jury sent a note requesting that counsel limit their repetitive questions to 2 or 3. So y'all keep that in mind. Just everybody take a glance back at Rule 18 of the Criminal Rules of Procedure. Also, in pretrial matters, we dealt with the issue of today being the anniversary of the event, which we are all here for. I'm told there may be some lapel buttons or things of that nature. In pretrial, I ordered that there not be any mention of the anniversary today. So if anybody has anything like that on, it could be reviewed by a juror. I'd ask that it be removed. Mr. McCullough, you were the point man on the subpoena for Mr. Rutherford. What's the status of that?
Now she is released.
She is released. Okay. Can someone from the state or defense let Ms. Rutherford know that she is released from her subpoena?
With our apologies, Your Honor.
No problem.
Well, it is a problem. Apparently she had a personal trip that she has now canceled perhaps, but I hope she can put it back together.
Okay. I have that on the list. I think that is everything. Just wanted to follow up too on the issue yesterday with Deputy English, Deputy Carter, the statements, the Rule 106 issue. Based on, just to clarify, and I did have the opportunity to look over the exhibits. I'm going to stand by that ruling on the rule of completeness, but just with a finding that the statements or the body cams consisted of 2 separate statements. There's some case law, basically two statements don't satisfy or aren't required. If they're 2 separate statements, they aren't required to be both submitted basically per terms of the rule of completeness. So we'll stand by that ruling, but again, we'll find that the statement of English and the statement of Carter are 2 separate statements. Anything else?
None from the state.
Just per your ruling, we understand completely. Just let the court know with the court's instruction and the solicitors, Carter has been subpoenaed and will be testifying. So it's just so we know that we've done everything that the court has required under the extradition.
And based upon some other cases I read, and it does, if there's any error I may have made.
He is subpoenaed and he will be testifying to the remainder of the statement based on the state's request of the court.
All right, Mr. Tolbert, can you let your number 232 know that she is now part of the town? I will. Thank you, sir, and bring them on in.
The judge said, stop the theatrics. And the judge said, you can stop all that, but one thing I ain't doing is stopping this trial. Judge said, I'm not stopping this trial, so if she's sick, we're going to have to keep going. Yeah, I think they're bringing the jury in now. They should be bringing the jury down, Dag Blast. Because it really ain't that much they ain't going to do. It really ain't. It really ain't. Good morning. Good morning. That family has the patience of Job and like the decorum of Gandhi, because today I would be on trash. My hair would be in an afro and I would have pulled up listening to Bone Crusher. Oh, about the case. 14-year-old, we'll pause it real quick because they're probably still coming in there. 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton. Let me say this boy's name's right because they keep calling him Belton. He has a hyphenated name. I'll respect both. Cyrus Carmack-Belton, 14 years old, goes into the Shell gas station. Store rules, you got to take your bags off. So he leaves his book bag at the front. He goes in, he looks for a couple of things, he browses. The Mrs. Chow is literally following him like, don't be a menace, hurry up and buy, okay? He pulls out 4 bottles of water, one at a time, pauses, decides he doesn't want them, turns back around, puts all 4 back, one at a time. By the time he gets to the front, Mrs. Chow goes from, do you need some help, to what you steal. He turns his pockets inside out. I ain't steal nothing. I don't have anything. He didn't have his bag. He eventually leaves the confrontation walking and calm, throws on his book bag, and walks out the door. As he's walking out the door, and this is all on camera, as he's walking out the door, the part that we have not gotten to yet is the state says that the wife yelled something in Cantonese. Her adult son jumped up from the cash register, and her husband came out the back armed. They chased this baby for 140 yards. Almost 1.5 football fields. In the process, he comes out of his shoe. He drops both of his phones. He trips and falls twice. The second time he tripped and fell, the son of this defendant claimed he saw a gun, and this defendant shot Cyrus in his lower back and killed him. They're trying to say that because Cyrus had a 9mm on his person that nobody knew he had, he didn't get confrontational. He didn't yell back at that lady when she was following. He didn't yell or cuss or fuss when they was accusing him of stealing. He just simply turned his pockets out, put his book bag on, and left. The whole time he was running, once they started chasing him, he never looked back. He didn't look for his shoe. He didn't look for his cell phones. He didn't look back ever. And I thought that was weird. Well, come to find out, Mr. Chow has popped at folks back in 2015 and 2018. Only this time he killed somebody, and who he killed was a child. So Mr. Chow, the defendant, is claiming self-defense or defense of others because he said he had to act in a split-second decision. Well, they said he had one, or they said there was one found by him. So they're saying that he had the 9, but the 9 never came out until it may have fell out. But the 9 was in the grass near where he was laying, not next to him, but near where he was laying. The fact that he was running like that and never looked back. You know, when you running from somebody and you in a good stride, once your stride get good to you and you know you booking, you do kind of to see where they at, to see if you need to adjust, you know, if you need to hit a side by side. And if they walking you down, they put it there. We ain't got that far. It's only day 1. I try to stay out the stuff from that's not happening in court, because sometimes stuff comes out in court and sometimes it does not. In court, they've kind of framed it as if he may have had one. At the end of the day, I don't care if he did. Because if you're chasing me 140 yards, a football field and a half, at that point, I'm the one in danger. And if he would have turned around and popped, it would have been justified because he has the privilege of self-defense. You're chasing him. Why'd you leave the safety of the store over some bottles of water? And he never took anything. He never took anything. Nothing was missing. But you mean to tell me, and just playing devil's advocate, we know y'all don't care about Cyrus. What about yourself? What about yourself? You gonna go out here and go heads up with somebody over some water? I'd have stayed my happy ass right in the comfort of all my plexiglass and whatever else was there, called the police. But in the time you would have called the police, what would you have done? Looked up the footage for whoever stole from you. And on that footage, you would have saw that he put the water back. So Miss Chow to the front. What the fuck did she yell? Because that's what started this. That's what started this. And Andy's ass thinking he big and bad. And that's another thing. That's another thing. A lot of businesses like this look down and can't stand the very patrons that they serve, but their dollars and their coins are the reason why you live the way that you do. You didn't take your store and put it in another neighborhood. You didn't put it in the suburbs. You didn't put it anywhere else because it probably wouldn't have been allowed. But you know every day that some of those folks right there next to 3 apartment complexes, there could be folks with no access to cars or just out of convenience. They're probably coming to you for their milk, for their juice, for their eggs, for things that normal people would go to a grocery store for. They're probably coming to you on a quick humbug because you're right there. On top of the gas, on top of convenience store shopping, on top of grabbing something on your drive. So they're using you as a substitute for a grocery store for the convenience on top of everything else. But the fact that he's done it before and done it twice before, had other warnings from the police and things like that, they knew he was a problem. And I feel like everybody that gave him a warning, knowing what he was doing, knowing what he had done, it was only a matter of time before he hurt somebody, but he hurt a child. Yeah, no. Chow.
You're seated, John.
Thank you, Mr. Dover.
Look him up, Nay. He's got incidents from 2015 to 2018 for popping. He's had warnings for excessive force.
Medical appointment next Wednesday, June 3rd. In the event we are still here, I will make every effort. You will adjourn in order for, or start later, or we'll work around it. I was having trouble spitting that out, but we'll make the appointment happen. How about that? All right. Stay ready to see.
2015 and 2018 is what I found.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony given this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please have a seat. Witness stand and state your full name for the record.
All of them. I'm with you, Claudia. All of them.
Jasmine Broadwater.
Hey, please, court.
Yes, Ms. Lisa.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. Would you mind just telling us where you're from?
Born and raised here in Columbia. I currently live now in Michigan,
What took you to Michigan?
job-wise.
Where do you work?
I work for the Department of Veteran Affairs.
When did you move to Michigan?
I moved to Michigan 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Where did you live before that? Here?
I lived here,
Where at the house?
I live in an apartment complex, Brookside Crossing on Park Lane.
Okay, so pretty close to where all this happened.
Yes, sir.
And so were you living there on May 28th of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. Could you walk us through what you were doing that day?
That day I had family from Michigan in town, and we were on our way going out to eat when we saw the incident occur.
Who was with you?
My aunt from Michigan.
Anybody else?
No, just me and her.
Were you guys driving together separately?
We were driving together. She was driving.
She was driving. Okay. What kind of car were you in?
We were in, it's a Cadillac SUV, one of those new models. It was her vehicle.
Do you remember if your windows were up or down?
They were half cracked.
And were you pulling out of, like, where were you pulling out of what subdivision or neighborhood?
We were pulling out of Brookside Crossing, leaving out, trying to make a right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to show you what's already in evidence as states 15. Now, Ms. Broadwater, I am unfortunately lacking in the height department, so even with this great piece of modern technology, I may not be able to point exactly to where I'm indicating, but if you need me to specify, I will let you know. Or you let me know. So could you tell us roughly where your neighborhood was?
The neighborhood is right there. That's considered Brookside Crossing.
To this live.
Were you pulling out of this area?
Yes, we were pulling out, making a right.
Okay, so you're coming this way.
Yes,
All right, and then this is the gas station to start.
correct.
Okay, so whenever you were pulling out this way, did anything draw your attention to the right?
No, we were just pulling out. When I turned my head to the right, me and my aunt, that's when we saw the incident occur.
Okay. Stephanie, can we do 26? I'm going to show you what's also in evidence of stage 26. So this is, with what direction is this? Is this towards where you're coming out of or away?
This is towards, so as you come, this would be my right, so it's coming out up there where the tree is at.
Okay, so you would have been down over here, the far end of the photo, right?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. Do 27, 70. Is this the same rough?
Correct. Where that truck is at, that's where we were coming out.
Okay, perfect. And can we check for me? What direction is this pointing on Smoking?
So with the car being this way, it will be to my right.
Okay, so this would be
This would
roughly where you were coming out of?
I was on the passenger side, so that's to my right.
Perfect. And you said you were on the passenger side?
Yes.
So whenever you were coming out, you said were you just looking for cars, looking if anything was coming so you could pull out?
Yes, sir.
And whenever you looked to the right, what did you see?
When we looked to the right, I seen a young man running. I heard a pop sound, and my aunt, we looked, we said, "What is that?" We saw a young man go down to the ground, and we saw the older man had a gun in his hand, pointed in a gun stance.
All right, let's walk through that just a bit slower for the jury, okay? So you said you saw a young man running. Do you remember what he was wearing at all?
Yes, he was wearing a red hoodie, black basketball shorts, white long socks.
Okay. Do you know how close everybody was? Were they pretty close, pretty far away to each other?
They were pretty close.
Pretty close, okay. So whenever you looked over there, did you see the young man carrying anything?
No.
Okay. You said you heard a pop. Did you recognize what that sound was?
Not at first until I seen him hit the ground.
Okay. And when you saw Cyrus hit the ground, what did you see anybody else doing at that time?
First, me and my aunt, we were just staring. We saw the older guy had his gun pointed still, and I believe his son was running behind him. He had came to a stop as well.
You said the guy was holding the gun. Do you know who that guy was?
The store owner of the shell gas.
So how was Andy and
Bill Manson,
Andy was behind him?
Yes.
Compared to Cyrus, how big were Mr. Chow and his son? Were they bigger, smaller, same?
Mr. Chow, he's pretty small. Andy kind of got a little weight on him.
Okay. So after you realized that a shot had happened, what did you guys do?
We stopped. My aunt said, "Jazz, he just shot that boy. You need to call the police." We're both about to call them. So we both put on our cell phones. We called. My aunt said, "I just want to make sure we're seeing what we see. So we drove out real slow, and we still see Cyrus on the ground. Looked like he was trying to push himself up, like how somebody's doing push-ups, but they're shaking really bad. And he propped back down on the ground, started banging on the ground like in pain.
So at that point, were you still sitting at this intersection that we have right up here, or were you moving?
We were moving real slow because we wanted to make sure we saw everything. And that's when I got on the phone with 911 and explained to them, like, hey, we just saw the gas station owner shoot a young boy. And then my aunt, she said, we need to get out of here. So we drove up to an empty parking lot near where the old Columbia Mall is at. And 911 had me on hold for a long time. So we hung up and we called again.
Whenever you were driving by, did you see Mr. Chow's son doing anything?
He was standing with his hands on his hips like he was trying to catch his breath.
Okay. Now you said you drove past this incident location and you parked somewhere, a mall, you said?
Yes, so it's further up the street.
Okay.
So once we drove out, we went further up, passing the gas station, making our right.
The fact that whole crawling now
When you
looks
parked
like
there,
you're failing
did
that
you call
push-up.
911 again?
Yes, because they had me on hold.
And after you talked to 911, where did you guys go?
Me and my aunt, we went to go get something to eat because that was our plan. That's why we were leaving the neighborhood. We went to go get something to eat. We ate. By the time we came back, it was dark outside. My aunt said, hopefully everything is fine by the time we come back. But by the time we turned down to where my neighborhood was at, the street was blacked out and we saw nothing but blue police lights.
When did you talk to law enforcement about what you saw?
Once I had my aunt go back into my apartment, I told her I'll be back. I need to go speak to somebody, let them know what I saw. When I went out of the neighborhood, it was kind of hard to come out. And I saw a police officer. I said, hey, what happened to the young man that was here? I seen an incident that happened. He asked me, did you see what happened? I said, yes. And he said, okay, did you file a report? I said, no, not yet. I'm just letting you know what I saw. And he said, okay, somebody will get in contact with you.
Okay. Did you talk to law enforcement the next day then?
I did.
Court's indulgence?
Yes, sir.
Just two more questions for you, ma'am. Whenever you were pulling out, who did you see holding a gun?
Mr. Rick.
Did you see Cyrus holding anything?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer any questions from the defense.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Ms. Brower, how are you?
I'm getting yourself.
We got to get some pleasantries. The two of us have never met. Is that a fair statement?
That's correct.
Madam Court Reporter next to you is taking down every word that you're saying. I always go through this with everybody. And she can't take down head nods and shakes and things of that nature. You understand that?
I understand.
Two, she can't take down if the two of us are talking over one another. So if you'll give me opportunity to ask my question, I promise I'll give you the opportunity to answer. Is that fair?
I understand.
And finally, sometimes I've been known to speak way too fast. And if I speak too fast and you cannot understand my question, if you ask me to repeat it, I promise I will. Is that fair?
That's fine.
Okay, so I want to make sure I get a little background. What part of Michigan? I went to law school in Michigan. So what part of Michigan?
I currently live in Clinton Township.
How long did it take you to get here? Drive, fly?
I drove.
Oh my God, I've done that drive. It is not an enjoyable drive whatsoever.
No.
I know it's not. What is that? 15 hours?
10.
Did you make it in less than 10? Or did you go the speed limit the whole way?
Whole way. Whole way.
Jasmine, I really don't have a lot of questions for you. I really want to talk about everything that
Yes.
happened that day. Do you understand?
Understand.
And if I'm not mistaken, you feel free to correct me where I'm wrong, this was definitely an emotional situation. Is that, remember the, is that a yes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
And if I'm going through your testimony correctly, the first thing you did was call 911.
That is correct.
And that's when emotions were still going high and heavy. Do you remember that call to 911?
Correct, yes,
And you talked to the 911 operator?
yes,
Do you remember a conversation with the 911 operator?
yes,
And that was as close to the time as possible. Is that correct? Do you mind if I call you Jasmine?
that's fine,
Okay. And that was close to the time as possible, correct, Jasmine?
correct.
And when we talked to the 911 operator, do you remember specifically telling him you did not actually see the shooting?
I stated in my 911 call, I said, I think I saw it, and then my aunt was behind me, as you can hear in the 911 call. She said, no, Jasmine, he did shoot that boy, and I said, yes, he did.
Okay. And I want to go through some of that, and I'm not trying to track you, I want to make sure I understand. And I think that is exactly what I heard on the 911. But when you were talking to the 911 operator, you initially said, I didn't see anything, correct?
No, I said, I think I saw,
You think you saw, you were not positive when you talked to them.
correct, because my emotions gone,
Fresh to the incident as possible, close to possible, emotional situations,
correct,
and then you utter what you remember to the 911 operator, fair?
correct,
And then you said, I think I saw, is that what you just said?
yes,
And then somebody in the car told you actually did see. Is that what your testimony just was?
yes,
And a lot of that 911 call, and Jasmine, you had opportunity to hear your 911 call.
correct,
Okay. And so I'm not tricky or anything, so I'm going to ask you questions. And would you agree with me, a lot of that 911 call with things like you just said, I think I saw this may have happened, it was stuff like that. I think they call it equivocation. Do you agree with that?
agree,
Okay. And then when the dispatch, the officer, dispatch, whatever they call those 911 officers, they ask you a question. Did you see him shoot the boy, or did you just hear the gun go off? And your response was, we just heard the gun go off, and then we happened to see the owner pointing the gun at the boy while he was on the ground. You remember that?
correct,
Okay. And so what you're telling us, and I think you had described, maybe you thought they might have been fireworks because you weren't sure what they were. Does that sound about right?
correct,
And then later, I think you gave two different statements. I won't say different because it's not like I'm accusing you. You gave two additional statements. Is that
that's, sorry, yes,
that's a yes? You gave two additional statements.
yes,
And each statement after that first 911 call, would you agree, got a little more detailed?
yes,
And this was after you had met with law enforcement?
the next day,
Yes.
that's when I met with law enforcement,
And I want to make sure I understand, you also testified, you also gave the law enforcement, or one of these interviews that you gave, you specifically saw Mr. Chow toss the gun away?
I'm not sure if it was a gun. I remember when my aunt and we was driving slowly away.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chow still had his gun pointed at him while Cyrus was on the ground. He still had his gun in his left hand. He squat down, he grabbed something off the ground, tossed it, and then put his right hand back on the gun, still pointed at Cyrus as he was on the ground.
Okay, so to repeat my question, you saw him toss something away, but you're not sure what it
Not
was.
sure what it was.
You don't remember if you told 911 or one of the other subsequent interviews that it may have been a firearm?
No.
Okay. And I'm not saying you did, I'm just asking the question. You understand, I'm not trying to
Correct.
trick you or anything like that, Jasmine. And Jasmine, do you remember doing or giving a diagram to law enforcement about where you saw the bodies?
Correct.
And they went to and you gave an identification where you saw everybody on the scene?
Yes, that's correct.
And you may or may not know, and don't answer the question if you do not know. Are you aware that the diagram and the identifications of where you put the bodies would have been after the shooting occurred?
Yes.
Okay. Which would have been consistent with you seeing the end of the shooting and maybe not the beginning or during?
No.
Okay. And possibly going in conjunction with your 911 call, which you originally told the 911 operator that you did not see the actual shooting, and maybe you just saw the aftermath of what happened.
So I want to make sure I answer this correctly.
Yeah, that was, remember those long questions I told you about?
Yeah, I want to make sure I answer this correctly.
Take your time, please.
So, as I stated, when I turned my head to the right,
Yes, ma'am.
we heard a pop. Me and my aunt said, "What is that?" We saw Cyrus go down. That's when I seen Mr. Rich had his gun pointed. And that's when my aunt said, "He just shot that boy. We need to call 911." And we both called 911. That's when my aunt took her time to drive out slow to make sure that we saw everything. And we, as I stated, he still had his gun pointed in the back of Cyrus.
I think you answered my question absolutely perfectly. Thank you so much. And are you going back to that
Yes.
right after this?
Mm-hmm.
I pray for your drive safe. Okay?
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anything already ready?
Court's going, John. No further questions, John.
Very good, Mr. Caldwell, you can step down, thank you for being here.
Now, who just said that earlier that they planted that popper? That might tie into that right there. That if it wasn't really his, for somebody, for somebody like left it, you know.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So I see the witness stand and state your full name for the record.
My name is Devontae Bryant.
Sorry about that. How old are you?
33.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yeah,
What do you work?
Rutherford Company. It's a company out of
Second?
Rutherford Company.
Where do you live?
Hopkins, South Carolina.
Yes, speak up a little bit.
Hopkins.
Hopkins, okay. Where did you
Brian,
go?
if you'll speak up a little bit for us, our court reporter here is taking down everything you say. Just make sure you say yes, no, answer verbally. You know, we all understand what you mean, you nod your head, but make sure that you speak up a little bit, so we have to make a record of it.
Okay.
All right?
Devontae, where did you grow up?
Like Fairroad area. I grew up in Bethel Bishop Apartments.
What are the Bethel Bishop Apartments?
It's meaning what?
What are they?
I mean, it's today they still consider it as like one of the worst neighborhoods in Columbia.
Okay.
Things like that.
Is it a high crime area?
Yeah.
All right. Is it low income kind of housing?
Yeah.
Did you witness crime when you were growing up there?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Did you ever see teenagers with firearms?
Yes.
Was that common or uncommon in your experience?
Common.
Okay. Why do 14-year-olds have guns?
I mean, it's like.
No, I'm going to object to that. Wild speculation. I said it right there. This is definitely not an expert.
What you mean by definitely not an expert?
Well, to the extent you can speak from personal knowledge, but not speculate about the general population.
Yes, sir. You were a 14-year-old kid once, was that correct?
Yes.
And in your experience, did you ever see other 14-year-olds or other youths with firearms?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever, I'm just asking, honestly, did you ever have a chance to hold a gun when you were underage?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you feel compelled to hold a gun or carry a gun?
I mean, just seeing the stuff that's around me, trying to, fit in with people, and then, like growing up, you want acceptance. You want to be cool with everybody. You want everybody to like you. You want everybody to be around.
Okay.
So you, follow what's going on.
All right. So in your experience in the areas you grew up with, guns were cool.
Yeah.
And would you have certain cachet? You know what that means? Would it help your reputation sometimes?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can you explain that?
I mean, it's like I said, it's more like it's a acceptance thing. That's what it'll help with. Kids being cool to you, being cool with other kids. You having the influence, you know, you just not being talked about in a, how they say, a lame way with kids. You know, you want to be popular or things like that.
Okay. So, in your experience growing up in the Bethel Bishop, was it common or uncommon to see people who were under the age of 18 with guns?
Common.
Okay. High crime area, Bethel Bishop. You yourself have been in some trouble. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right. And got to ask you about some. I've got, as far as criminal convictions, in 2017, you got in a little bit of trouble, or maybe a lot of trouble. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see a conviction for an accessory after the fact to a felon.
Yes, sir.
Did you plead guilty to that?
Yes, sir. I did. They gave me 5 years for that.
Okay. I see that you were convicted of a possession of a stolen vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I see that you got convicted of an altar breaking. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
So where are we going with this?
It looks like that was about 9 years ago.
Or you just put it out there before the defense?
When did the crimes occur?
I can't remember exactly, but all of that, I played to all of those in one.
Okay. And that was 9 years ago, 2017?
Yeah.
Let's go to 3 years ago, May 28th of 2023. You remember that date?
Yes, sir.
You remember what you were doing on that date?
Yeah, I was going to my brother's house. Her brother's. I was meeting my girlfriend at her brother's house.
Okay. You meet your girlfriend?
At her brother's house.
I got you. Okay. And where did your girlfriend's brother live?
Greenbrier Apartments, off of Park Lane.
Okay. Had you been to the Greenbrier Apartments before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was that an area you were familiar with?
Yeah, kind of. Just like going to his house, and her mom stays up the street.
Okay. What were you driving at the time?
White Honda Accord.
All right. Do you remember what direction you were? I guess you would have turned off Park Lane Road.
Yeah, I was coming from the interstate, which is by the Circle K.
Okay. So then you would have taken a left or a right onto Spring Street.
All right.
Right. Okay. Let me 14.
I didn't understand where they were going with it, but they wanted to get it out and get ready. He's got the cops information that they're going to try to attack him.
Okay. So if I understand you right, what is this building with the red?
That's the gas station.
All right. Can you see me, Devontae?
Yes.
So you were coming up Park Lane and taking a right.
Yes.
Okay. 650. All right. Keep going. 16. Okay. And this, where that car would have been, you were just going up and you were taking a right.
Yeah, whatever. Great car is.
Okay. So let me have slide 20. All right. Have you seen this video before? State slide 20.
Yeah, I think you should.
All right. Let me, if you see your car and just let me know when you see your car in this video.
Right there.
That's you up there, that white car?
Yeah.
Okay, play it. Okay. And did that show you on Park Lane taking a right on Spring Street?
Yeah.
Who was in the car with you?
Just me.
All right. What did you see?
As I turned, once I got like maybe by what's that stuff? An entryway in the parking lot for the store.
Uh-huh.
There was the young boy and it was 2 people chasing. And by the time I got close by the entrance, he had ran out of shoe, like ran across the street. They still chasing him. He stumbles and falls. He's trying to get back up. He making up.
Wait, let me stop you real quick. You talk about the young boy. Did you see the young boy you're describing in that video?
Yeah.
State number 20?
Yeah.
Okay. What was he wearing?
A hoodie.
Okay. You said they were chasing him. Who was they?
The man and his son.
Okay, had you ever seen any of these people before?
No.
Okay. The man and his son, do you know who that man is now?
Oh yeah, now.
Okay. And who was that man?
His name Chow.
Okay. Do you see him?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is he?
Right there with glasses.
So Rick Chow and his son, and Rick Chow's son were chasing the red shirt boy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the boy in the red? Do you know him now to be Cyrus?
Yeah, now.
Okay. If I call him Cyrus, would you know him?
Yeah.
Did you get to see Cyrus's face when he was running?
Just when they crossed the street. And yeah, the right side of his face as I was advancing up Spring Tree.
Okay. What, if anything, did Cyrus have in his hand?
A book bag.
Okay. Okay. What else did he have in his hand? Anything?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And how close did Cyrus, Rick Chow, and Andy Chow get to you while you're driving down Spring Tree?
Real close. I had to hit my brakes because if I wasn't paying no attention, I could have hit one of them. That's how close they was to my car.
Okay. So they ran in front of your car?
Yeah.
Okay. As they crossed Spring Tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to see any kind of facial expressions that Cyrus was making?
No, not really.
Okay. What did you think when you first saw Rick Chow and his son Andy? Did Rick Chow and his son Andy, did they appear to be adults or did they appear to be young adults?
No, adults. And I thought that maybe it was the police maybe chasing him because when he was running, I could see his holster, I see people on the pictures in front of the stores were stealing, not being chased. So at first I was thinking that he was maybe a police officer.
Yes.
Well, you can see Child's holster in that damn on video. Don't miss me with the bullshit. They were right in front of him. Nobody else could see it from that angle. We saw it from the surveillance camera, but nobody else saw that on Child. He saw. I knew it. Okay, it's about to get good. Now I understand. They bought out every bad thing that the defense can kind of use to discredit him, so they don't come back and try to act like he was hiding stuff because he gonna probably say some damaging shit. And one of the things he just said is it must have been the police because a lot of other people steal and they don't go chase them. These people were chasing them, so he thought they were the police. Somebody ought to slap you upside your peasy head that's shooting at a damn baby over some water. Don't say everything you need to say. I was wondering why they was putting all your business out there, but we always say that go ahead and say it first before they see it. Water he didn't even take. Going after him for nothing. But at the end of the day, if he did take the water, first of all, he walked around with no bag. You ain't see the water? And I know y'all can't sit up here and claim y'all saw the print of the gun on that baby, because if you did, that would be the dumbest thing in the world to go chasing after somebody, your son, unarmed. Did we find out who that gun was registered to? Because now I feel like it was registered to Andy and they got rid of it. Or it used to belong to Andy. Did we do fingerprints and DNA on that gun? Now I want to know who touched it.
What you were observing, okay? What you're observing right then and there. You said you thought it looked like, or you thought it was the police chasing the boy,
Yeah.
Cyrus. And you thought that because what did you see on Rick Chow?
I seen a holster with a gun in.
And that was in plain view.
Yeah, like his shirt was flapping up as he was running.
Okay. Did Cyrus appear to be an adult or?
No, you could tell he was a kid.
Okay. All right, where was I? Let me see slide 24.
Yeah, we all saw it in the video, but I don't think anyone we've heard yet has said, "Hey, I saw the popper on him." That's him right there. Okay, had to hit his brakes.
All right, who's that?
All right, make it make sense.
We're about, okay, play that back up a little bit, Stephanie, where this car goes by.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, play.
There he is, right there, right behind
Okay,
Mama
what are you
Carson.
doing there?
I'm slowing down because they running across the street.
Okay. If you hadn't slowed down, what was your fear that would happen?
I would have hit one of them.
Okay. You're driving up Springtree going to your girlfriend's brother's house. Were you expecting 3 people to run across the path of your car?
No.
Okay. You slow down, almost to stop. Is that what we just saw?
Yes.
Okay. And then when you go out of view of this camera shot, this is States 24. What are you doing next as you're driving?
Driving real slow, paying attention to the 3 people that's running.
Okay. Did you drive behind them, or did you sort of pace them? You know what pace means?
Yeah, pace them.
Okay. Or did you go on ahead of them?
No, pace them.
All right. Why did you pace them?
They was chasing them, so I was really trying to see what was going on. And like I said, at first I thought it was like the police chasing somebody.
Okay. Well, you're in the right lane of travel, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. And so are they on, as you're pacing them, are they on your left or are they on your right?
They're on my left.
Okay. And are you focusing on the road, or are you focusing on these people that just ran out in front of your car?
The people.
Okay. Did you have a good vantage point or a bad vantage point?
Good.
Okay. Why are you focused so much on the people instead of the road in front of you?
Like I said, trying to see what's going on. And then once he fell.
Wait a minute, we're gonna get that.
Okay.
From that vantage point, did you ever see Cyrus pull anything out of his pocket?
He saw everything.
Did you ever see anything? Did he lose any clothing while you were watching him?
Shoe.
You saw him lose a shoe?
Yeah, he had a white Air Force One on.
Okay. Did he stop to get his shoe, or did he continue running?
He kept running.
Okay. Did you see him drop any other things while he was around the shoe?
No.
Okay. Did you see him throw anything?
No.
Okay. Stephanie, can you play slide 21?
Yeah, they put all his business out here because he was pacing it and watched everything. Watched them chase down and kill this boy. He ain't right. Pray for him. And on the 3-year anniversary of it, he got to say this. Man, listen.
All right. Is that what you're describing, what we just watched in that video?
Yeah.
Stephanie, can you go back maybe like 5 seconds or so? Put the cursor here. All right, I want you to focus, Devontae, on this area.
Okay.
And I want you to speak up if you see your car or when you see your car.
Okay.
All right?
Devontae is everywhere.
Now.
That's you?
Yeah.
That's him.
Okay. So
Come on, Devontae.
were you in
Come
close
on.
proximity to them, or were you a great distance from them?
Close.
Was your vantage point good, or did you have a poor vantage point?
Good.
Okay. And your testimony was you continued to pace them as they ran up the road.
Yes.
All right. He lost his shoe.
Come on,
He had
Devontae.
to cross
Oh, that means I need to
Springfield
call my cousin because it's her birthday. Her son's name is
No, he
Devontae.
lost his shoe
Come on.
before he crossed
Oh,
the street.
Lord, keep me in line.
And then you're saying he continued across the street?
Yeah.
Okay. What, if anything, happened to his book bag?
I wouldn't have known. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have known if anything happened because once it fell, he didn't pick it back up.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's go ahead then and get to what you're talking about where he fell.
Okay.
Tell us what you observed about him falling.
Okay, so when he fell after he got across the street,
Okay.
it was something over there that it looked like he had to trip up over or something.
You saw him trip?
Yeah.
Okay. And were Rick Chow and Andy Chow in front of him when he tripped, or were they still behind him?
Behind him, but they was real close up on him when he tripped.
Okay. So when he tripped, how would you describe the fall?
He fell hard. The first fall was real hard.
Okay. Did he try to get back up, or did he get back up?
Yeah, he tried to get back up, but it was more so of a stumble versus him standing straight up.
Okay. Did you see the book bag again after he got up?
No, it was on the ground.
Okay. All right. Did you see anything in his hand at this point?
No.
All right. Was he able to get back up on his feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
It's like he stood up almost all the way up completely. He maybe took a step, if that, and that's when he shot.
Okay. And then what happened?
Like Cyrus fell. Once he fell, he was trying to like roll himself over, but I don't know if he could or not. But he was like putting his hands up as he was trying to roll himself over.
Okay.
But you could tell he was still out of breath. Like he was still breathing real hard.
Okay.
So everybody's saying they heard the shot and then he went down. He wasn't on the ground. So those people are telling the truth. Talking about he turned around and he did not turn around. You about to tell this man he turned around?
Yes.
He was right there.
25. You recognize what we're looking at here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see the spot where you remember him taking that first fall?
Yeah.
Okay. Judge, I think probably with court permission, Devontae could step down and point out. Okay. All right, Devontae, all right, so this is, where, on States 25, is the gas station in front of us or behind us? Okay. And if we're right here, do you see the spot you were just describing where Cyrus took that initial fall? All right, can you point to it with the pointer?
Yes. So that person fell, he hit the ground real hard.
Okay. And speak up too, so she
Yeah, I said up there he hit the ground real hard. That's when he first fell.
Okay, point to it again. Okay, so he was in the road and then he falls into the grass, or he falls into the road?
No, he was in the grass and he fell into the grass, like on the side. He never got back in the room.
I got you.
Once they crossed the street this way, he never went back towards the right.
Okay.
All his movement was on this side of the road.
I got you. But he's running up the road, and does he trip over the curb, or did you see what he tripped over?
No, I couldn't tell what he tripped on.
Okay, but he fell towards the grass.
Yeah.
All right. And at this point, when he trips, where's Rick Chow? Can you point to where he is?
He's like right behind. So if Cyrus trips up here, Rick Chow.
All right. Can you say about how far behind him he was?
Maybe.
Nowhere in sight. No.
He's right up here.
Where?
Yeah.
No damn.
And if you're Cyrus, he's about this close?
Yeah.
All right, where is Andy Chow? Rick Chow's son.
And when Cyrus fell, he's beside.
Okay, these two, Rick's behind him or to the side?
Beside of who, the son?
Yeah.
No, they side by side almost.
But they're right back in 2 feet or so is what your testimony is?
Yeah.
Okay, so about the distance, maybe give or take.
Yeah, give or take about this distance. Yeah.
Okay. Did they do anything to him while he's on the ground?
No.
Okay. Did you see anything in Cyrus's hand at that point?
No. The book bag had filled.
Okay. Did Rick and his son Andy allow Cyrus to get back up or attempt to get back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened?
So once he get back up, like I said, he fell. He's trying to get upright, but he's stumbled after the second fall.
Okay.
And as he's trying to get up after that last stumble, he's trying to stand straight up so he can keep advancing because he's trying to get away from him. He's not once like trying to turn around or trying to go toward the street. He's trying to get to the apartments. He's going straight up.
Okay, that's what it appeared to be, that he was trying to get to those apartments. And what are those called again?
Brookside.
Okay, that's what it appeared to you, that he was trying to make his way to those apartments?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable kind of demonstrating what you're talking about? I think I know, but you say he hits the ground and he's trying to get up and go, but he's stumbling. Can you kind of demonstrate that to the jury? Do you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah. Okay, so the first fall, when he falls, it's like he completely falls all the way down almost.
All right, chest to the ground.
Yeah, and then he gets up, and as he's, like I say, he's getting up, but he's moving so fast, he's stumbling.
Okay.
So he, after the last stumble, it's like he's trying to get completely stand upright. So he maybe took a step or two after that, then that's when the shot went off.
Okay. And that was the second fall.
Yeah.
The witnesses are so confident.
Okay. Did he ever get back up again after that?
But the fact that they can recreate that, mean it is embedded in their brains. And my God, today.
You saw him roll around.
Yeah, like he was trying, after he fell on the ground from being shot, it's like he was trying to turn over with his hands.
Okay. Did you see anything in his hand at that point?
No.
Do you recognize this little area behind these trees to be where Cyrus came to rest?
Yeah, like on the left side of those trees, yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right. Zoom back out a little bit. And we're still looking at stage 25. All right, so I just want to be clear, correct me if I'm wrong, but you say the first time he fell, it was somewhere in this area.
Yeah.
And what I understood you saying, correct me if I'm wrong, was that Rick Chow and his son were somewhere in this area behind him?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see Rick Chow out here in the road?
No.
Did you ever see Andy Chow out here in the road?
No.
Your testimony is that the two of them were, correct me if I'm wrong, I want you to just, I don't want to put any words in your mouth. But if Cyrus fell right here, you saw Rick and Andy side by side, I think you said, in this kind of area.
Yeah.
And why did you have such a good vantage point again?
I was in the road, and like I said, I was just staring at it. It was, I don't remember a car being in front of me or behind me. So I was driving real slow, just watching the whole time.
Devontae, did you stay on scene after this?
Not really on scene. After the situation happened, I rolled back past. I saw all the older ladies around him. Then I went to the
older ladies.
That's where I still was on the phone with Mom. I was telling her what was going on, just trying to get my head on straight. And then
He had to call his mama.
Okay. So where did you turn around? Did you ever go to your girlfriend's, your girlfriend's brother's apartment?
No, I never made it.
All right. And did they live in this apartment that's over here to the left?
No, they live in the one that's all the way back.
Okay. Does this Spring Tree dead end into that apartment?
I would say, because Greenbrier is the last apartment back there, and I don't know if they have a back entrance. I think it's just a front entrance.
Is that Greenbrier?
I can't really tell from that picture.
So, but if I understand, you were going this way. Is this the driveway you turned around in to get back out after you saw the shooting?
No, I turned around a little bit past that.
That driveway?
Yeah, like up there.
Okay. And you just abandoned your plans to go to the
He had to call his
girlfriend's
mama.
brother's house?
Yeah,
Why did you abandon those plans?
because of the situation that happened.
Okay. You said you left to get your head straight, but you did return and speak to
Yes.
law enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you know any of these people before that day?
No.
Devontae, please answer any questions that Mr. Kent has for you.
Cross-examination.
Yeah.
And what you can't do is throw his past up in his face. That's what you won't do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break. Let's say we'll be back out at 10:45. Got some technological issues that we need to work through. So we'll take about a 15-minute break and we'll see you shortly. Do not discuss the case, and Mr. Bryan, don't discuss your testimony with anyone during the break. Okay? Yeah, and you can get out, you can go rest. All right, we'll be at these till 10:45.
About 5 minutes or well, it's almost 10:45. I remember time. So we'll get back live. Well, there you have it. That's why they told all of Devontae's business before we got started. So what they can't do is run up on Devontae with some old stuff and try to attack his character or his credibility. They can't even come up and say somebody saw him with a gun when he was a teenager. He done already said it. He done said everything, and the boy looked, and the boy got a job. He done got himself together. So whatever y'all get ready to say, oh, you was getting ready to go to this apartment, never made it. Oh, you was getting ready to go to do this, prove it. Can't use it against him. I knew he was getting ready to say some shit, and now that we know what car he was in, baby, Lord cover him, because they get ready to try to attack him. I don't even believe they got any tech issues for real. I feel like they get ready to try to come up with something. Lord protect him. Please protect him. And everybody else that's just as confident in their statement. And called his mama to get his head straight about what he just witnessed, told me everything about this witness. Because, baby, and I say it all the time, I don't care. He said he's 33, he went about 30. Yeah, it don't matter. At 41, I'm calling my mama. This is going to be a scheme that Todd set up, okay? I don't trust him. I don't trust him now. I don't trust him. Everybody deserves a defense. Everybody has a right to a defense, but I don't. This is why I know I couldn't be a defense attorney. Because I'm telling. I understand the whole premise of making the state do their job, prove every burden, and make sure you have a fair trial. But I don't know how I would be able to do this one. And look Cyrus's parents in the face. I don't know that I would be able to do that every day. I mean, I know I could and put on a good poker face, but I'm saying when I got in my car, I'd probably break. I don't care what fair trial I was enforcing. I don't care what burden I was making the state prove. What standard I was holding them to, I would break every time I went, and I would be no good. No good. It's not everywhere. Can you refuse? I mean, I imagine you don't take every case, but I don't think you can just not take it because you don't want to. Yeah, I would have had to decline, and I would have no good reason, but I said no. No is a complete sentence. That's all I got. No. Nope. Not built for it. Not built for it. Not built for it. Mm. I want some crab cakes. To the evidence and the witness's statement. There's no way y'all sat up here and looked at that discovery. Did he not have a plea? I mean, I would have been satisfied with a plea either, because you deserve everything you get. You deserve to get all of it. But you really took this to trial? You sit up here, y'all have to have a conversation. There has to be a conversation that says this is the best thing. Especially when you know you've done some things and you probably are at a point of, low key getting away with something. I think that, like Nature Boy, didn't he have a plea for 7 years at one point? Like, you've been a piece of shit. Why not just sit your ass down for 7 years and then you could have decided what you wanted to do after that? Then even if it was what didn't he have one for 20 years? Even if it was for 20 years, now you're sitting up here with life plus 10 because you wanted to prove a point, take it to trial. I don't know the makeup of the jury, but I just feel like a South Carolina jury is never going to be one we could even low-key, high-key predict. And now I'm over in Philly looking at this other case. Y'all see those 3 men in Philly who were exonerated based on a jacked up case that put them in jail in 1997? And a judge said there's nothing about that case that had any integrity.
Yes.
Blue city in a red state. Yeah. I got a lot of family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, we appreciate you giving us a break to make sure we are ready to get proper for cross-examination.
Make sure we were ready.
I made an objection, which was consistent with the court's pretrial ruling. During pretrial rulings, the state of South Carolina argued that they should be able to put a wall of shame up in front of the jury. We asked that it not be put up. And subject of compromise, the court asked the solicitor's offices all they're going to put it up and not make any discussion about these were people who had not been chased before. When this witness testified,
oh my God,
it was spontaneous. It was not elicited from the solicitor's office. However, this witness gave the same exact language that they said they would not be giving into. His statement on the record was, this was a wall where people who had not been chased before, something of that nature.
He did not say it was a wall. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
The court at the
I fucking knew it.
Gave us a choice. Did we want a curative instruction or did we want to move on? I was at the bench with co-counsel Swirling and McCullough At that point in time, we thought it would be best to leave it alone and not to bring any life to it. The court gave us an option if we wanted a curative instruction. As a strategy decision, we chose against it. However, we were very concerned that this not come out again. Again, we agree it's not elicited from the solicitor's office, but it still is a concern of ours because that's something that the court considered. Thank you, sir.
Yep, I think that accurately reflects the next conference. I did give you all the options of curative or simply move along so as not to draw further attention to it. And I'll just let Mr. Bryant know, Mr. Bryant, and you weren't privy to that, so it's not your fault. You're not in trouble. Nobody's fussing at you. But we, as far as the photos and things, you may have knowledge of what those photos mean on the wall and in the store. But we're not discussing any of that as far as what that means or whether or not folks were ever chased or not chased. But we're just staying away from that so we don't prejudice any of the parties. So again, you didn't know about that. You weren't here for pretrial motions. Things like that happen. But just stay away from that for the remainder of your testimony. Okay. All right.
And Your Honor, we agree that even though it's not stricken from the record, it cannot be argued as if it's part of evidence in the record at this time. Correct?
Yes. Hold on a second.
They're trying to shake him. They went to the bench. So when they went to the bench, when we he said something, we probably thought, because, okay, think about it. Initially, when they went to the bench, it was right after he said that we could see Mr. Child's holster. We could see his gun, and he thought it was the police. We thought that he was taught they went to the bench because he said he thought it was the police, and you could see the gun on him. It was on his side because he was the only one that could see it. Remember, we were talking about that? But what they actually went to the bench for was in pretrial motions, they're not supposed to bring up that wall of shame where they got all them people plastered up there that who supposedly stole things. And when the witness said, well, I thought it was the police because other people have stole from there and they weren't chased. So they tried to say, oh, well, that low key brought up the wall of shame. No, it didn't, because he didn't say people that was on the wall that stole stuff, they didn't get chased. That's not what he said. This witness has them shaking in their boots and they're trying to come up with anything to fuck it up. I pray that, Lord, do not let this shake this man's confidence. Don't let him second guess anything that he has said, because that wasn't elicited. It wasn't said. It wasn't meant in a malicious way. And he said what the fuck he said. I thought it was the police because ain't nobody else been chased. And if you want to get into who that nobody else is, then try it. But you better off trying Jesus than trying this witness. Because when I say I'm praying the opposite prayer, whatever the defense is over there praying, I'm on it. I'm on it. Y'all trying to shake him, and that wasn't enough to rattle him. Go on, Devontae.
From, I guess, the media standpoint, I know we only have the one camera in here, but the clerk's office just got an email from alleged concerned citizen in Washington, D.C., watching the trial, and it says that, I don't know if the person is a lawyer, knows something about procedure, but said they were able to see one of the jurors on camera.
Didn't happen.
Okay, well,
The deputies, probably the top of the deputies' head.
It said a blonde lady, and maybe they don't know whether it's a court reporter, it's a juror, I'm not sure, but I just wanted to address it and make sure, since it was sent to the clerk's office.
And I can tell you it didn't happen.
Okay, so just, we have.
I'm very cautious.
I know you are, and, but I just want to make sure, since it was sent to the clerk's office.
Come on, cameraman. That's the type of cameraman I like. Come on. Quit trying to. Nope. Stay your ass in DC. And I'm like, juror.
Probably talking.
You nobody see no juror. I know a juror when I see a juror.
Yeah. Wanted to address it for the record, to be sure.
No, all right. I think that circle is.
Your Honor, we are ready.
Ready for cross? All right, Mr. Tolman, bring in the jury, please.
And there's the damn thing. They went, and that's what the tech issue was. They the tech issue. They went out there and had somebody go send that email.
Jury is present, John. Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bryant, my name is Sean Kent. I do not believe we've ever met each other. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, we never met.
And I'm going to go over a couple of rules so we can be on the same page as I'm asking you questions. Is that fair?
Okay.
And I do this with everybody. Just make sure we're both on the same page. Madam Court Reporter has taken out every single word that you are saying. You did a good job from the state, but she cannot take down head nods and shakes and things of that nature. So make sure you answer yes, no, and so on so she can get every word. Is that fair?
Okay.
2, she cannot take down if the two of us are talking over one another. So if you'll give me opportunity to ask my question, I'll give you opportunity to answer the question. Is that fair?
Okay.
And if at any point in time I speak way too fast, and I've been told I do that, and you do not understand my question, you simply ask me to repeat it, I will repeat it so you can have it read again. Is that fair? If I can remember the question.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer Mr. Bryant, Devontae? What do you want to be called? I'm going to give you a proper title.
Either or.
Okay, is it fine if I call you Mr. Bryant?
Yeah.
Mr. Bryant, I want to go through first the testimony that you offered the state of South Carolina just a few moments ago. Do you remember what you testified to?
Yeah.
And I want to first start at the beginning part of your testimony that you were giving to the jury when they were asking you questions about guns. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And when they were asking you questions about guns, they were asking you about the prevalence and the amount of guns in the community of children, 14-year-olds and so forth. Remember those questions?
Yeah.
And you remember saying that it was basically normal that a lot of kids have guns.
Yeah.
And it is okay for them to have guns because it's a sign, a status or something of that nature, right?
I'm not saying okay, but
It's not okay, is it? It's not okay?
I didn't say that it was okay for a child to have a gun. I never said that.
And then let me follow that up with that question. It's not okay, is it?
I mean, it depends on what point you come from. I don't.
Please explain. What point would make it okay for somebody under the age of 15 to possess a firearm?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, you do know, you just said it depends. So let the jury know, based upon the questions from the state and your answer, when is it okay for someone under the age of 14 or a child to have a gun?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, everybody had their own viewpoint of it. That's why I say it depends.
And I'm asking your viewpoint, based upon your testimony, based upon what you've offered to this jury, when is it okay?
I mean, protection-wise, if you ask me.
Go on, please. I did ask you.
That's it.
What do you mean protection-wise?
Depending on the area you grew up in or the areas you stay in, maybe.
And so when the state of South Carolina put you on the stand, they understood that you felt it was okay to break the law for protection.
Objection to the question.
Look at his face. Like, what did you?
All right, ready.
It is your testimony that it is okay to break the law for protection purposes.
No, I'm not saying. I never once said that.
Okay, tell me what you said. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I don't remember, but I didn't say that.
No, you just said it a few seconds ago, that it would be okay for protection purposes for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm. Is that what you just said?
That's what I said.
Is it legal for someone under the age of 14 to have a firearm?
No.
So would it be breaking the law for a person under 14 to have a firearm?
Yeah.
And so would your testimony not have just been, it is okay for someone under the age of 14 to break the law for protection? Isn't that your testimony?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I guess, because that's what they put you up to justify and say it's okay. So is that your testimony still to this jury?
Objection to the question and the implication.
Who the fuck are you talking, man? Okay. Just made me focus what I was doing. Damn it.
I know. Did you understand my question?
No, sir.
Well, let's move on just a bit. We'll go back to that. Do you own a firearm?
No.
You don't have a firearm?
No.
Did you have a firearm that day?
No.
In your vehicle?
No.
You had a child yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
3.
And I think one of them would be 14 years old right now.
Yeah.
You would not want him to have a firearm.
No.
You would instruct him not to have a firearm.
No.
You would not want him to have a firearm for protection of status or anything.
No.
No, you would think it would be wrong. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
It would be dangerous.
Yeah.
And you would not want your child in the community carrying a firearm.
No.
The solicitor's office asks you about your criminal record. You stand on the stand currently as a convicted felon.
Yeah.
And so you couldn't own a firearm anyway.
Yeah.
And so you stand over there convicted of 3 separate offenses.
I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure.
Not sure how many felonies you have?
No.
Were these all in Richland County?
Yeah.
And so were you prosecuted in this courthouse?
Yeah.
And so they are familiar with you?
I don't know.
Okay. When you talked to officers
What he
on the
saw.
scene, let's go through this. You actually gave 2 separate statements to officers. One on a body cam on scene. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then separately, you talked to another officer. Is that a fair statement? Like you sat down and met with an officer and gave an actual recorded interview. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to talk about the second interview first, because this was with a member of the Richland County Sheriff's Department who interviewed you.
They both were.
Okay? Both were Richland County officers.
Yeah.
They interviewed you, right?
Yeah.
They asked you what happened.
Yeah.
They asked your details.
Yeah.
They let you give the story.
Yeah.
And you gave them this story, and after you gave the story, do you remember one of the officers telling you, don't embellish, that doesn't fit the evidence?
Objection.
I don't know what that means.
There you go. Good one. Good one.
Yeah,
Good
I don't know
answer.
what that means.
Good answer. Now,
When you met with them, did they think you were exaggerating the story?
Objection, Your
No.
Honor, speculation of what somebody else believes.
Okay.
When you gave the story to law enforcement, what was your belief when you left, when you talked to them? Do you believe they believed your version?
Objection, Your Honor, to what he believes somebody else believes.
I wouldn't.
You're asking to
That's fine,
determine
Judge.
what the officer believes.
don't answer that. Don't answer that, baby.
When you gave your story to law enforcement, and I want to make it clear, you told law enforcement that, and I want to make sure it's good again, I want to make sure the testimony is good. At some point, you're saying
Hold it.
the victim had his hands up,
Let him rattle you,
Yeah.
because I know what you want to
and he
do.
shot when his hands were up. I just want to make sure, tell me if I'm wrong.
No.
So explain it to me again so we can all understand.
When he was on the ground, like
Yes, sir.
after he fell from being shot, it's like he was trying to roll himself over. That's when his hands was up.
Now, there's no question he fell twice.
Yes, it is.
Your testimony is that he was shot the first time.
Which
I'm
you mean?
asking, you tell me when he was shot.
No, he
And
didn't.
fell twice.
No, he didn't.
You
That's
know
not what
exactly
he
when
said.
he was
He
shot.
said he got up twice
You
and
said
then he was shot.
he fell twice after the second stumble. It wasn't 2 fallings.
It wasn't 2 falls?
No.
Okay. And I guess I'm getting more confused, and you did it with the solicitor's office.
No, you
I
ain't.
need to know exactly what position.
No, you ain't. You know exactly what he's saying. That's why you up there to try to
Not
rattle him,
mistaken, when
and you
were-
didn't want to
When you
white
saying
person
when he was
look like
shot, as
you
in when he
coming
hit the
after
ground?
No, when he was shot.
Like, oh, he was trying to stand completely up.
He was trying to stand completely up.
Yeah.
And I think when you were right here, you had him completely straight, correct?
What you mean, completely?
Was he standing completely up when he was shot like this?
I mean, almost as if, yeah, almost.
And Mr. Chow, was he directly behind him?
No, not directly behind him.
If you can come down again for me and just put your body in the position that you saw, and I want to make sure I say this correctly, the position you saw Cyrus in when he was shot. Does that make sense? I'll make sure you understand my question before you do. Do you you understand my question?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you come down from the stand and just show the jury the position, the exact position his body was in when he was shot that you saw?
Yeah. So, like I said, he was almost like completely up. Like he was getting up like this. He wasn't here. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he was like here, but still trying to move and get up at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
I do, and I'm just confused because I thought with the solicitor's office, you said he was straight up. So you're not saying he was
He's
straight
trying to get straight up. He's trying to get
He didn't
like
say he
high
was
and
straight
standing.
up. He
Like,
said he was
he's
trying
to get to this point, but he never could get to this point. He's still stumbling, trying to catch his movement. That's what's going on.
That's what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after he was shot, what happened from that
He
position?
fell. He fell completely again.
Right there.
Yeah.
Didn't move any further.
It's like maybe try to turn over type of thing, maybe.
He was
So where
trying
the
to
body
crawl.
came to rest is
Come
where he
on,
was shot.
he
I
fucking
don't
with
know
him.
where his body came because it was so many people gathered around him. I couldn't see exactly nothing. All I could see is like legs and feet, and the older lady's son was on their knees and all of that. I couldn't really exactly see him. Like I'm looking at this desk right here.
Yes,
I
sir.
couldn't literally just see everything. I see everybody huddled around him.
All the
Okay, go ahead
elders
back.
around.
Thank you. Now I want to go backwards to the body cam footage. You remember you said on the side of the road you talked to the officers while they were there?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Do you remember telling the officer on the body footage that you watched the shot through your car mirror, through your rearview mirror?
No.
You do not remember that?
No.
And if I was to find testimony or anything you would dispute saying that to anyone that day?
I don't remember that.
Is it possible you could have said that?
I don't remember that at all.
And you had mentioned that when you were driving by the scene, you were going at a very slow pace.
Yeah.
And if there was video of your car not going at a slow pace, would you disagree with that?
Yeah.
And so how fast would you say you would have been going?
I don't know.
I need you to guesstimate because you said you were tracking them.
No,
How fast
no, he
you-
don't need to
1 mile, 2
guesstimate. He was
Oh, I
pacing
don't-
with them. That's what the
I
fuck he
don't know.
said.
I can't
There you go.
I
Don't say
I
a
don't
number.
remember.
Don't say a number because then he's gonna try to make something go that fast. No.
You had mentioned in your testimony that you did not see anyone throw anything. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you said you saw the book bag laying directly on the ground
Yeah.
and it just had fallen?
When he fell, the book bag fell. The first time.
Immediately at the same spot.
Mhm. Well, no, I wouldn't say the same spot. I can't remember exactly where, but
It came off.
I wouldn't say the same spot. I think it kind of fell down, so I can't really remember.
Well, you testified to it, and so that's why I want to make sure. You testified on direct that it fell right there. So if you
Yeah.
want to correct that now, please.
I mean, can you explain what right there is? It could be here, it could be there. You saying right there? I don't know what right there is.
Come on.
I need to know because that.
Come on, Devontae.
Where did the book bag fall?
the
Devontae
ground.
done sized you up.
Where?
Devontae don't
mean,
respect you, Mr. Kent,
I
and we
have
just
to
saw it right
look or
there.
something. I can't just
He don't
say
even
where
respect
exactly
you.
it was
He
on the
don't even
ground.
with
You
him.
saw the book bag.
Yeah.
You saw the book bag on the ground.
Yeah.
It was not down a hill in some grassy area. You personally saw it.
Yeah, it was on the ground.
But he was in his car, so he was closer than everybody else. Okay. Come on, Devontae.
Your
His mama
testimony,
is here.
you personally saw the
Mama
shoe
is
come off.
here.
Yeah.
Don't let them rattle you. Standing on business for Cyrus. Everyone.
Take your course and go back to one moment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because that didn't work the way you wanted it to. You try to throw his kids in his face, his beliefs in his face. And I'm sure if you ask somebody
Now,
else,
you are not
you
testifying.
wish
I wanna make
Cyrus
sure
would
clear
use
on
that
this. You are
pop.
not testifying.
That's
today.
not legal. But my feelings are that baby would still be here.
Have you ever before under oath, any testimony ever testified that he was shot on the ground?
Testify. It was my first time
Yeah.
testifying.
Have you ever given any statements or anything to suggest that he was on the ground?
I believe so. I think.
You believe so? You have actually before to law enforcement said he was on the ground when he was shot.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, so much going on at one time. You know, like right after the incident, I'm calling my mom. So much going on. The social media thing going on. So much going
I
on at
got
one
it.
time.
So much going on, so much stuff in our heads, so much to pay attention to, and then time to figure out a different story.
No,
Well-
not a different story.
Well, originally, you have told law enforcement that he was on the ground when he was shot, correct?
Okay.
Not okay.
Yeah.
And we now realize that's not possible, correct?
Yeah.
And you know that's not possible.
How is it not possible?
Yeah.
And now today you're telling something a little different, correct?
Not just today, when I spoke with him too.
When you spoke with who?
Officer.
So the next day, he said, you know what? So don't try it.
But you understand, we always want to try to get someone's statement as close to the event as possible.
No, you
right?
try to-
Because we want to get as accurate as possible. Is that a fair statement?
No.
You don't want to get someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
I mean, yeah, but that's not fair because, no.
That's not fair. We don't want to know accurate. We don't want someone to plan. We don't want someone
Doesn't
to
mean
think
it's
of
not
something.
accurate.
Don't you want someone's memory as close to the event as possible?
No.
No? Why not?
I mean,
Things could come back to him.
I mean, why not?
I don't know. But, I mean, it shouldn't matter. If something happens, something happens. It don't matter when you ask them.
You got that exactly right. It shouldn't matter. When something happens, it should stay consistent. Is that a fair statement?
That's not what I just said.
Come on.
So tell me what you said.
Come
I
on.
just said when something happens. I never said nothing about being consistent or anything. I didn't say that.
Okay. So should someone's story change?
No.
No. That's what consistent means. So it should be consistent from one time to the next. Is that fair?
I mean, you said that, yeah.
You don't think a story should be consistent?
Yeah, story is consistent.
A story is consistent.
Should be, yeah.
Should be consistent. So at one point you told a story that he was shot directly on the ground, and then today you're saying he wasn't. Do you agree that's not consistent?
Yeah, but I think that was a misunderstanding because I don't think the officer was really understanding what I was saying. So I think he kind of misunderstood my explanation. That's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
And a few minutes ago, I asked you, you specifically stated that you said he was on the ground when he was shot, and there was a bunch going on in your head, and you were incorrect.
No, I didn't say that. I said the women was around him on the ground as I was passing back by the scene. So I couldn't
When
see.
I directly asked you about telling an officer or giving a statement that you said originally that he was on the ground when he got shot. That's what I asked you.
Yeah, but you just asked me something totally different, Pretender. You didn't ask me.
Come on. Come on. He said, you're not going to catch me up with
But
this.
you asked me prior to the
Us
question.
falling down. He might not have been all the way on the ground,
Do
but
you remember? Let's make it very simple.
he was
You
falling down.
remember, at some point in time, telling an officer, anybody, that Cyrus was on the ground when he got shot.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a confusion. That's not a trick question. That's a yes.
Yeah.
Why are you
Today,
doing
you're
that?
saying that's different,
Why are
correct?
you yelling?
You have met with law
mad.
enforcement, solicitors, everybody in between those two times, yes?
Yeah.
And we realize the first thing that you said about shot on the ground is not possible.
No.
Yes, sir.
Dallas. Mom is recording, baby. Okay. You just gotta turn it down or you can take it in the other room, okay? Thank you.
A moment ago, I was asking you if there would be any video or anything of that nature of your car going at a fast level, and you said there would not. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
And you do recognize your car?
Yeah.
And you know what it looks like? What type of car is it?
Honda Accord.
You don't have nothing else. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. I knew this was coming. Y'all get ready to make more bogus shit.
And they'll discuss the case, and, we'll get back as soon as we can.
Oh my goodness. It was rude, and you focused on his past and discrediting him. And then you tried to make feelings facts and facts feelings. Try to make it seem like that man don't know right from wrong, so he'll condone anything and he'll say anything, and that the state will also condone anything by condoning him. And the truth of the matter is, I don't think it worked the way that Mr. Kent wanted it to work. Because does everybody know a 14-year-old should not have, any juvenile shouldn't have a popper? Of course we understand that. Do we want a 14-year-old to have a popper? Absolutely not. But did he grow up in an area where he may have had a popper or new teens with poppers? Yes. Does he understand why they had them? Yes. Did he understand that it went from cute and clout and a thing to do to a possible necessity for protection? He understands that. But when you ask him, do he want his 14-year-old to have one? Of course not. No parent wants their child to have what or go through what they went through. Of course he don't want his child to have to grow up like that. I bet you his child don't live in that neighborhood. And if he do live near it or he don't go to the same schools. And if he do go to the same schools, he got a father in his ear telling him right from wrong that's already lived it. He didn't make no bones about being a felon. He didn't make no bones. And he's saying, okay, well, it depends on who you ask. This is Columbia, and if you're from Columbia, exactly. He's not encouraging it, but he's not saying, he's saying, hey, I ain't saying it's right. I'm saying I understand.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with this being published, but I'm saying it's not. Okay.
It's not actually his concern. If we publish it, we'll introduce it in evidence. And not their concern, but we're just going to publish it.
And quit trying to walk over there so your original plan of showing a juror could work. How about that? How about that? You think you slick?
We're just talking. Okay.
We're back off the record.
I think we're ready to go. Yeah, I think we got.
Your Honor, so what we are going to do, sorry for confusion, is rather than publish to the entire panel. We will utilize to refresh his memory.
Okay.
There will be no objection. They have no problem with someone from our team showing him the camera, so it speeds it up a little bit.
Okay.
And we go from there.
Very good.
And we're trying to get our technical staff here, this poor lawyer.
Well, just let me know when you're ready.
I just want to make sure. Those are the right ones. It's different.
Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, Dallas. There you go, a whole nother one. Bless you. Now, what is happening with this damn feed? Oh, okay. Attacking the character of everybody but your client is crazy. Y'all want to throw out everything about Devontae, but y'all ain't said shit about your client and his other dealings in 2015 and 2018. If it's so justified, if it ain't no issue, you want to throw out everybody else's past, throw out your client's past. Let's have a whole conversation.
Jewish president, John. Thank you, Mr. Tolbert. All right, Mr. Kent, Mr. Ross.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, I promise you I'm almost done. When we took a break, I was asking you about your car, you remember things of that nature?
Yeah.
And the direction of travel.
Yeah.
The speed your car would have been going.
Yeah.
And what direction you would have been looking at the shooting.
Yeah.
Is that all? You remember all of that?
Yeah.
And then there was a question if you remember the speed and things of that nature, and I talked to you about a potential video.
Yeah.
If I was able to show you a video, would it help refresh your memory as to what your car was actually doing that day?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point in time, Your Honor, I would ask one of the lawyers from our table to show the video just to him.
Okay.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to show you two videos. I don't want you to talk about them. I don't want you to say anything about them. Just watch the two videos that I'm going to show you. Is that a fair
Okay.
statement?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Scott's going to come up there as well. Look at what you watch.
Sean, do you want me to play both?
Both of them. Right? Both of them. You just let me know if they both have to make both things.
I know. Did you see that whole one?
Yeah.
Devontae, have you now seen both of the videos?
Yeah.
And a little louder to make sure she can. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
And the videos, that's your car in the video?
Yeah.
And that car shows the direction you're traveling?
Yeah.
And it shows the speed you're traveling?
Yeah.
And you're the only one inside of the vehicle?
Yeah.
And that car shows both directions that you're driving?
Yeah. It goes the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different angles.
Yeah.
Okay. and one of the videos shows your car in one position that will be an opposite side of the shoot. Is that a fair statement? Going past the shoot.
No, you can't explain it to me, man.
How about you explain it so I'm not the one asking the bad questions? What did the video show you?
It showed me going up Spring Street.
Okay. Away from the shoot.
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yeah, not really away from it, but it's still like right there. I mean, that's the entrance of the apartments.
And the interests of the apartments are past where the incident happened.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's what we see as your car going past where the incident happened.
Yeah.
Okay? And that would go along with the question in which I asked you from the body cam that someone that you said on scene, I was looking at it through my rear view.
No.
Okay. But you do remember that question
Which one?
about looking at it through your rear view.
No.
You don't remember me asking that question earlier?
No.
You don't remember me asking a question about what happened on the scene and you telling an officer that you had looked at it through your rear view?
I don't remember that.
But you remember that question?
Yeah.
And you understand what I'm saying about that video that shows your car past the scene, right?
Yeah.
And that would make sense that you're looking at it through the body cam, through the rear view mirror.
No.
Okay.
If you had a time that they
And
that
two, the other thing that we're showing
at
is
a particular time, but if you just showing a video that at
you're not
some
going
point he
1 or 2
passed the
miles an
scene, he
hour.
said he passed the scene.
Well, the first one, it looks like it, yeah.
Is your position that the video that we showed you, you were going 1 or 2 miles an hour?
I wouldn't say 1 or 2 miles per hour, but
But
very
don't-
slow, yes.
Very slow. What is your definition of very slow?
Slow enough to see it.
Just exactly what I said.
There you go.
What speed limit would be very slow?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I need to know because that's a big deal. You know how fast you were going there.
I would just be guessing. I don't have a direct answer, like a direct speed limit answer. I don't know.
And I just showed you a video showing you how fast you were going. That refreshed your memory. You
Yeah.
say from that video, you can't tell how fast you were going.
No.
Ask, objection, asked and answered, Your Honor. Several times, sustained.
Thank you, Hunter. That's all the questions I have.
All right. Redirect.
Devontae, do you know where those camera angles, where they were from?
Those look like the apartments he tried to make it to.
Okay. So your testimony, from what I remember, was that you were driving. At some point, you do pass the scene where Cyrus came.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Your testimony that at some point after you drove past, you were still looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, looking over my shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. And I think your testimony is you turned around and went back out.
Yeah. When I got a little bit past what he showed me, I turned around in the middle of the road.
Okay. But did you almost stop in those videos they just showed you?
Yeah. That's how slow I was going.
Okay. Now, one more time. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, when you're watching, and do you remember the video that we had, I think it might be 24, 21, where it shows Cyrus running, the shoe comes off?
Mhm.
Remember?
Yeah.
All right, and you saw your car in that video?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that depict how close in relation you were to Cyrus and the two Chows?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you continued up the road?
Yeah.
When Cyrus hit the curb and fell to the ground, how did you describe that fall?
Hard, real hard.
All right. Is this or is this not an accurate depiction of what you were explaining? As he's getting up, he doesn't fully make it upright. He's still, is this accurate?
Yeah, he's
Some degree?
he's trying to stand up right, but he's still moving too
And he's
fast.
still moving forward, trying to get his balance.
Yeah. They're trying to get away from them
And then he falls for the last and
For-
final time.
for being shot. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you know this?
I seen it.
Thank you.
Anything, Rick Chow?
Briefing on?
Yes, sir.
Will not take long. When, based upon solicitor's questions, on the scene, you specifically told the officer, do you remember, that Cyrus was facing him when he got shot?
No,
You do not remember saying that?
no.
Thank you.
Anything else? Yeah. All right, sir, you can step down. Thanks for being here. Okay. Rick Chow is with us?
Yes, Your Honor. State Court Rick Walker.
Yes.
Devontae held that. Mm, mm, mm.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case will be true, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you. Please have a seat. Witness stand and state your name for the record.
Gregory Walker.
May I please score?
Yes, we are.
Good morning, Mr. Walker. How are you?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I just want to introduce you to the jury for a little bit. So could you tell us where you work?
Columbia Fire Department.
How long have you been with the firefighting department?
26 years.
26 years?
Yes.
What's your current position?
Battalion chief.
How long does it take you to get to that position?
Depends on how you hit it. If you hit the promotional right, you can get it. Well, some guys making it 15 years.
15?
Yeah.
It takes a minute. to
Yeah,
get to
pretty
you.
much, yeah.
It's not, they just hand it to you when you walk in the door?
Nah, you don't get it. No battlefield promotion.
So do you live in Columbia?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived here?
27 years.
27? Born and raised or no?
No, I'm originally from Birmingham.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, Birmingham, yeah.
So you're a Crimson Tide fan?
No, I'm a Florida Gator.
That's a good man. All right, so when we're talking about May 28th, 2023, were you working that day?
Yes, I was.
Okay, where were you working? Either were you on the road, were you at a station?
I responded from my station, which is North Main, off of North Main, yes.
Do you know roughly ballpark it, how far that is from where this happened?
I don't know the exact mileage, but it's not right off at all.
Okay. How about whenever you were notified that something had happened, how long did it take you to get to the location?
Roughly 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. So you're there pretty quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get there, what do you see? Can you kind of describe what the scene looked like?
I get there, my guy was on scene, I think EMS and the Richland County cop. The crowd was getting kind of big around there. So as I always do, I get out my battalion, make sure the scene is secure. I talk to the captain that was on scene, ask what he needed. And then I always try to talk to people that's around if I can gather as much information as we can.
When you say your guys are on scene, do you mean an engine?
Engine company.
How many guys are in an engine?
4.
4?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys respond to these kind of calls all
Yes.
the time? Okay.
Yes, we do.
So when you get on scene, you see your guys, do you see any other emergency personnel?
Yes, EMS is on scene.
Okay. Or deputies, officers
Yes.
on scene too?
Yeah, deputies on scene.
Are there a bunch of lay witnesses around or lay individuals, regular
Yes.
people?
Regular people, and
Yeah.
EMS in Richland
Okay.
County.
So you talk to your guys?
Right.
And then you kind of mill around, and do you talk to anybody else?
Yes, I did. You talking about on that day?
Yeah.
Yes, when I got finished talking to my guys, I seen another guy that was standing back. I asked him, do you know what happened? And,
And don't tell me what he said.
okay.
Okay. Without getting into anything that he actually said to you, did anybody on scene, your guys, this guy, whomever, tell you about a gun being involved some way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Okay. Did anybody say that the victim, Cyrus, had pointed a gun?
No.
Did anybody say that the victim was carrying a gun? Did anybody say the victim was carrying a gun?
No.
Okay. Do you know who you were speaking to that day?
Yes, I do.
Could you say who it was?
I don't know his name. I think it was the son of the store owner.
Who's Mr. Andy Chow?
Yes, it was his son.
Court's indulgence. No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer any questions from the defense.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Come on.
Scene was pretty chaotic when you got there, would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there were a lot of people there gathering at that point?
Yes, it was.
Okay, you didn't actually conduct an interview or interrogation of anybody, correct?
No, sir, I did not.
And of course, the state asked you about whether or not anybody had said anything about a gun. That was their first question to you?
Yes.
Actually, somebody did say something about a gun, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, and the person you were talking to, I think you identified as the son,
Yes.
said that he told his father that Mr. Carmack-Belton had a gun.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Are you ready?
There you are.
All right, so you can step down. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Is that ready to call your next witness?
Yes, the state called Ryan Metz.
I do.
Thank you, Ms. Upseat. The witness stand, state your full name for the record, and please spell your first and last name.
Brian Metz, B-R-I-N-N-E. He's
Investigator Metz, where do you work?
at the Richland County Sheriff's Department.
And how long have you worked there?
Next month will be 44 years.
It's a long time. And what is your current job there?
I'm an investigator in the digital forensic unit, which is part of the criminal investigative division.
How long have you worked in that role?
I've been in that unit since 2007.
Almost 20 years?
Yes,
And prior to that, what were some other positions you had at the Sheriff's Department?
like most officers, started as a uniform patrol officer. From there, went to several different teams that worked out of investigations. Uniform teams at that point. Went to be the resident deputy at the Dutch Fort Valentine area for about 8 years, where I pretty much did everything, worked from home and did everything law enforcement wise. And then have been in investigations since 99, I believe, 1999.
And what are some of your duties as a digital forensic examiner?
The digital forensic unit covers mainly cell phones now. When I first started, we did computers. We did cell phones, which were just coming about, especially the smartphones were just coming about. Also installing cameras and other GPSs and type work like that. And then currently we're kind of split where we have several people that do all the cell phones, and I do just about all of the video. If I'm available, then I do the video and DVRs.
And as part of your role to participate and assist in criminal investigations when asked?
Yes,
And in your career, I guess, as a patrol deputy, a investigator in the criminal investigations unit, and now in the digital forensics unit, have you been asked to collect and download surveillance videos for crimes like murders, robberies, shootings, shoplifting, thefts, and other crimes?
I have.
And you said, compared to when you first started the Sheriff's Department, technology has kind of changed. Has video evidence become a more common and important type of evidence in investigations?
It has. Most major investigations have video involved somehow or another. Most minor investigations have video involved somehow or another. You have a lot of the video that I don't have to deal with because it's automated through license plate cameras and stuff like that, that the investigators or the Intel division can access through databases. But then a lot of what we have is video that's in stores, people's houses that they don't know how to download, or they've forgotten the passcode or something like that. So just about the vast majority of our cases have something to do with video.
So you mentioned license plate reader. Did that exist? That type of technology exist when you first started?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so in your role, have you had to learn and become familiar with advances and updates in digital technology?
Yes, ma'am. It's constantly changing. You have to keep up.
Okay. And back in 2023, or May 2023, did you work as a digital forensics examiner?
I did.
Okay. And regarding this specific case, were you involved in collecting surveillance video equipment and other storage equipment from the Shell gas station and downloading videos from them?
I was.
Okay. And did you do a report to document your involvement?
I did.
Did you also take pictures to document your involvement?
I did.
And as part of your job, do you commonly go to like stores, gas stations, retail stores, and other types of places to collect surveillance videos?
I did.
And when you go to these different locations to collect videos for these criminal investigations, typically do you work with the investigator or the deputy involved to kind of learn some information about the case and what video footage to collect and time frames?
My main involvement is they're supposed to give me a time frame that they want. On occasions, it'll be an object that they're looking for, a blue car or something like that. something specific, but I usually need the date and time that they're looking for.
On May 30th, 2023, did you respond to the Shell gas station?
I did.
And that would have been 2 days after the shooting?
That's correct.
And by that date, had Rick Chow already been arrested on May 29th?
I believe so.
Okay. And when you got involved in this case, were you aware that this was a murder case stemming out of the child's allegations that the victim
Hold on, guys. Something's going on with the feed. Hold on.
first entered it?
I did.
I'm going to show you states 57, well, 58 and 59 first, and you tell me if you recognize this of these pictures.
I do.
Okay, and did you take those pictures?
I did.
Okay, what's shown in those pictures?
The first picture is the information screen from the system that was on the computer in the store. The other picture is a screenshot of the monitor showing the different views that were available.
Okay, and showing you 57, do you recognize what's shown in this?
I do.
Okay, what's shown?
So that's several of the computers that were in the store and the 6 servers that were in the store.
Your Honor, state request to enter number 57 through 59 into evidence.
Without objection.
And the admitted states to 78, 59 without objection.
So let's look at state number 57. Okay. Now, this picture was not taken at the Shell station the day that you went, correct?
That's correct.
But does this picture show the equipment that you collected from the store?
It does.
Okay. And kind of again, can you describe what types of equipment is shown in this state 57?
So basically the 4 items to our left are computer systems, Windows-based computer systems. The other items, the 6 items stacked one on top of each other, are storage systems, currently referred to as RAID systems that were in the store.
Okay, those 2 things at the top, what are those?
Those both appeared to be the network switches.
Were those been the NVRs or?
Well, the first one, there's a network switch, and the other one, so on the top row, the kind of one to the left, that's a network switch that could be, that might be the back end to one of the DVRs, the NVRs.
Okay.
And then the other one is definitely an MBR.
Okay, so focusing on the 6 servers stacked up, what are servers usually used for?
For data storage.
Okay. Like video data storage?
It can be, yes.
All right. And on the day that you went to the store office, you know, was the equipment like organized like this? Describe how the equipment was laid out in the office when you went.
So the servers were on a shelf that was off to one side. The computers were, a couple of them were on the desk, one of them was on the floor under some paperwork. The DVRs were actually on the other side of the room, but they were hooked in through a network cable somewhere.
Were there a lot of wires and cords attached to these things?
Going everywhere.
You said what?
They were going everywhere.
Okay. And did the investigators at the scene transport these items back to Richland County headquarters?
They did. They were transported back for evidence.
And can you describe like how y'all transported this video equipment back?
I don't recall if they had Tahoes or Ford Explorers, but they were SUVs. As I would turn things off and get them disconnected, then I would hand them out to them, and they were loading them into the trucks so that they could all take them back to the office.
Did it fit in like the back seat in one of the cars, or front? Like how much space did it take up?
It pretty much takes up a full size Explorer or medium size, whatever it is, Explorer.
And when you analyze this equipment, when you got back to your office, were some of those servers and devices used to store surveillance videos recorded from Rick Chow's cameras?
Yes, I was able to get video from the 2 NVRs.
Okay. Now, were you able to gain access and download videos from all of those servers in this picture?
I was not.
And why weren't you able to do that?
I did not have the correct passwords.
Okay. And what were the names of the, I guess, systems that you were actually able to access and download videos from?
So there's the Hikvision NVR and the Dalhua NVR.
And were you able to download and access videos from those 2 devices?
I was.
Okay, and why were you able to do that?
I was able to get access into them, and they're NVRs is another name for a DVR that is networkable. And so if you could get access, then you can download them on a DVR.
Were any of them password protected? Would you like to see your report to refresh your memory?
I better look at that.
Okay.
So I was given one passcode that worked several items, but did not work the other items that I tried to get into. And I believe one of those DVRs had a swipe passcode, but I was able to get access into both of them.
Okay. And where did you get that password from?
It was sent to me through supervisors at the department I told them, requested that some contact be made to get those.
And that contact would have been made with someone in the Chow family?
I really don't
Or
know.
associated.
It was my understanding may have been with the attorneys that were representing the child.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
You said
So I don't know exactly where they came from. I requested them. I was giving them back, and it was my understanding that it may have been from attorneys speaking to the child family is where we got it.
So let's look at stage 58. All right, and what is this?
So while I was in the store and before it was actually later, I brought up that was the one computer that I could get into that held the Blue Iris software. So that is a sheet that gives you the information on what version and that type thing. So I made a record of that by taking the picture.
And that says that this Blue Iris security software is registered to Rick Chow?
That's correct.
Okay. And is Blue Iris software designed as like a video surveillance management system?
It is.
Okay. And are you familiar from your experience in dealing with different types of video surveillance systems and downloading videos? Are you familiar with some of the features of the Blue Iris software, the DAL-HUA and the Hik Vivid MVR that you?
I am, and depending on the cost and how high line it is, there's a lot of different variety in what you can get.
Okay, so let's just talk about some of the general features of these things. Do these camera systems have the ability to customize or add features?
Some do, yes.
Okay. Do they only allow you to operate one camera through the system, or can you have multiple ones?
Multiple cameras.
Okay. Can you have like an audio feature in these types of camera systems? Audio, like do they record audio in some of these video systems?
I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Do these video systems record audio in the video?
Some do, yes, and that's usually, you'll have the option to either hook a microphone, or a lot of times that comes off a camera that has a microphone to it, and then you can select and have it come through, and it's usually only done on one channel.
Okay. And do these camera systems, can they offer some type of remote access?
Most do, yes.
Okay. And does that mean that you don't have to be in the actual store or on one computer to access the videos and stuff?
That's correct.
Okay. Do these camera systems have the ability to have remote access through like a cell phone too?
Yes, most manufacturers will have an app that you can download and then access it through that app.
What about the ability of the camera system to take screenshots and save them?
A lot of the systems, even the basic DVRs, you can select a screenshot of the video that you're looking at, and on some of the higher line ones, it's able to download it and put it to a computer that you're using.
And speaking of these, customizable features that you talked about and the added features, can you add any facial recognition features to these cameras?
You can on many of the systems nowadays.
Okay, so let's look at 59. All right, can you zoom in a little bit? Okay. So looking at 59, did you take this photo while you were inside the child store?
I did.
Okay, and are all the cameras on this screen maintained through the Blue Iris software system?
They are.
And is each camera angle labeled by different names?
They are.
Okay, and do these angles show either inside or outside the store?
They do.
Okay. And at the bottom right, it says May 30th, 2023.
That's right.
All right. Looking at that, I guess, let's see. If you look at like the different screens, do you see some of them have like little bells on them?
I do. You're talking about the.
Like a little bell symbol.
Yes, I can see those on several of them.
Okay. Now, when you went back to your office to analyze this particular equipment, or software or video cameras associated with the Blue Iris software cameras, were you able to download any videos from those particular cameras?
I was not.
Okay. And were you looking for, what date were you looking for videos from?
From the date of the incident.
But you couldn't find it?
I did not.
Okay. So were you also asked to collect surveillance videos from other locations around the area?
I was.
And were those locations Springtree Apartments and like Greenbrier Apartments?
That's correct.
And where are those apartments located in relation to the gas station in Springtree Drive?
So Willow Oaks is the road that runs beside the gas station. If you go down there, the first place on your left is Springtree, and then all the way at the end of that road is the entrance, guard shack and all, to Willow Oaks, and then there's a back gate about halfway down there.
And why did you decide to collect videos from those specific locations?
You don't know what you have until you go and look at it and collect it. So with both of those, there was a possibility that the cameras had shown the incident occurring on the roadway.
Okay, and after you reviewed those videos, did they show any of the chase down the street or the shooting?
I could not see that. I could see cars moving and stuff, but the one from Springtree is kind of blocked by a hill and trees. The one from the guard shack at Greenbrier is blocked by the hill in that roadway. And then there's a separate camera on a pole by the back gate. And of course, they're interested in people coming to the back gate, so that camera's turned down too low.
So earlier, you talked about, as part of your job and your kind of just 44 years?
That's right.
At Richland County, as law enforcement, you collected videos from multiple different types of stores and other gas stations?
That's correct.
Okay, so let's look at, tape number 57. Okay, so how would you compare the amount of video surveillance systems, the amount of storage servers that the Chow has in their stores compared to other stores that you've been to?
An objection, we come to a foundation to establish that he has that information with the ability to make it.
Overruled. Go ahead.
So the DVR systems, it's not unusual to see more than one in the store. It's not unusual to see DVR systems that are built into computer systems. What I found unusual was the amount of storage. That's way more storage than I've ever seen at any convenience store or house or anything like that.
Okay, and those 6 servers that are stacked up, those like little individual slots, what are those?
Those are hard drive bays.
Okay, and based on your review of those servers, like how would you estimate how much storage that they had?
If I remember correctly, they each had a 20 terabyte hard drive. So you're looking at 120 terabytes for each box.
For each one of like the big boxes is 120?
I believe that's what they were.
Okay, so it would be estimating 120 times 6?
Yes.
Is the amount of storage, okay. And is there like an analogy of like something that's close to that amount of storage? That's like
Actually, ma'am, the figures on that. So you've got 12, not 6 in each box at times 20.
So you said what?
So you have 20 terabyte times 12.
Okay. And like, apps and stuff like that, like, I guess computer storages, like, do they usually have this much storage?
They do not.
Okay. And based on your familiarity with digital equipment, would you describe the types of equipment that the Chows had in their store as low quality or inexpensive?
It would be expensive.
Is it expensive?
Yes.
Okay, like $200 expensive?
No.
Or what?
I have not priced the Synology. That's a brand name on those storage boxes.
I have no idea if we rejected this on the grounds of relevance. It's very interesting and a question of the foundation, but it is irrelevant.
Okay, go ahead.
Just the hard drives nowadays would be very expensive. Hard drives have gone up tremendously. At that time, you were probably looking at several $100s per hard drive. Boxes like that are, I would be safe to say, in excess of $5,000 a piece. The one that I have in my office is nowhere near as robust as that. And it's at least that much.
So it's fair to say they made a large investment in their security and storage equipment.
Yes.
Okay. So you said earlier, as a digital forensic examiner, you have to learn about advances in technology, correct?
Correct.
And are you familiar with facial recognition software technology?
To some degree.
Okay, can you just generally explain what your knowledge of that is?
So facial recognition basically uses biometric points on a person's face. It's science type thing where you pick out so many points that are in the same place. It then basically makes a mathematical algorithm out of it. And then with the newer DVRs and cameras, there are actually some cameras that will do the facial recognition itself, but you can compare that to a known picture and it can tell you whether it's the same person, or it will give you a probability rating as to whether it's the same person.
Is facial recognition a method that law enforcement can use to identify people?
It is.
And typically, to use facial recognition technology, you have to have a photo of that person's face, right?
That's right.
Okay. And can that photo come from a screenshot of a person's face from a surveillance video?
It can.
All right. And are you aware of Richland County Sheriff's Department investigators using screenshots from surveillance videos to identify potential suspects through facial recognition?
I am. We have an intel unit in the investigative division, and they usually handle that, but they also have software to do it with, where they can take pictures from a lot of different places and use it to compare.
Okay. And are surveillance videos a useful tool and source of evidence that can assist in criminal investigations?
They are.
Okay. And even in non-criminal investigations, let's say like a missing person investigation, are you aware of surveillance videos being used in that context?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you kind of mentioned this earlier, but surveillance videos can show people. They can even show cars of interest, right?
So yeah, most of the systems that do any type of recognition can be set so that it will recognize whether it's a person that it's seeing, whether it's a car that it's seeing, whether it's a small animal, dog, cat, something like that.
Have you personally ever been asked by an investigator at the Sheriff's Department to take a screenshot of a person's face from a surveillance video for a criminal investigation?
I have.
Can surveillance videos help identify potential suspects in crimes?
It can.
Can surveillance videos also be used to eliminate people as suspects in crimes?
It can.
Can surveillance videos be used to prove that someone did not commit a crime?
It can.
Now, in the videos that you downloaded from the Hikvision and Alpha DVR systems, were there approximately 5 different camera angles captured in those videos?
I believe that's correct.
Okay, and those captured angles from both inside and outside stores?
Correct.
And were those videos in color?
They were.
All right. And when you reviewed those videos, did you see any videos that showed the victim inside the store?
I did.
Okay. And how well were you able to see the victim's face in those videos?
It was pretty clear. It's very clear video, actually.
Okay. So looking at a still shot from state number 3, and that's from a video that you downloaded, looking at the victim's pants, excuse me a little bit. All right, so you're able to zoom in. Looking at his pant leg, are you able to tell what that's?
Zero reason for this.
It appears to me to be the Nike swoosh.
Okay, and that came from a video downloaded from the child's video surveillance system.
That's correct.
So still looking at this still shot, that green box on the victim's face, what does that appear to be?
The green box is what's known as a boundary box, and that's what the system is doing to focus in on what it's looking for or what it sees and recognizes as either, if it was a person, that boundary box would probably be, head to toe or somewhere about there. And so it appears to me that it's looking at the face. I don't know how accurate it is or anything like that.
And what other types of technology have you seen those green boxes show up on videos?
I've seen it on a lot of different DVRs and MVRs.
What about facial recognition?
Yes.
Okay. So look at 59. Or actually 57. these Stage 59 with the camera screens that you already testified about. When you looked at this picture before, how many different camera angles did the defendant Rick Chow have set up in his store solely maintained from just the Blue Iris camera system?
I believe there are 39.
39? Okay. No further questions.
Cross-examination,
No questions.
you can step down. All right, solicitor, what you got next?
We have one here.
I just did, how long?
Fairly short, I think.
Okay. All right, well, let's try to get that one in for one. Oh, next witness.
Yes, sir. State calls Matthew Dooley, Michael Dooley.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this case with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you, prosecutor. Witness stand, state your full name for the record, and please spell your last name.
My name is Investigator Michael Dooley Jr. with the Richland County Sheriff's Department. Last name spelled D-O-O-L-E-Y.
Yeah, please, court.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm good. So you told us that you work with Richland County Sheriff's Department. Could you tell the jury what you do there?
I am a crime scene investigator and a DNA serologist in training.
Yeah, those are some pretty fancy words. Could you break that down into layman's terms?
Absolutely. So my job duties include responding to crime scenes and processing and collecting and documenting evidence. And I also am a evidence processor and screener for the DNA section.
How long have you been doing that job?
Approximately 3.5 years.
Did you do anything before then?
I was a patrol deputy on the road.
Did you have to do any specific training for this particular role?
The crime scene investigation role has a very extensive training program that involves a lot of book work. There are practical examinations to test and see whether or not you're competent in those areas that you were trained in, to include various different things that you may encounter on crime scenes like photography, bloodstain pattern analysis, shooting reconstruction. There's also written examinations and then a mock trial at the conclusion of that training program.
So it's fairly extensive.
Very.
Okay. So as far as your role in this case, could you tell the jury what you did?
So in this case, I responded to the autopsy for Mr. Cyrus Carmack-Belton in order to photograph and collect and document any evidence that may have been necessary to receive for the case.
Is that fairly standard in these kind of cases?
It is.
And I'm showing defense within modified implications of state 7481. Your Honor, I'm approaching the witness with what's been marked for identification purposes, State Exhibit 74, 75, 77, and 78. Without showing them to the jury, could you look through those and let me know if you recognize what those are?
Yes, these are photographs that I took of evidence or at the actual autopsy.
That you specifically took, right?
That's correct.
Do they look materially different from the photos that you took that day, or they changed at all?
They are not.
Okay. And at this time, the state would offer into evidence states 78, 77, 76, 74, and 75.
No objection.
Part of the United States 74, 75, 76, 77, 78.
Permission to publish now?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Dooley, court's indulgence, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Dooley, could you tell us what we're looking at in this photo?
This would be a photograph of the projectile that was collected at autopsy.
And there was, you got it from, where'd you get it from? Who'd you get it from?
I received it via a chain of custody form from the coroner's office.
Could we show 76, 75, sorry, 75 minutes? Could you tell us what we're looking at here?
This would be a shoe that was collected from the autopsy that was said to have belonged to the victim.
And yeah. And is that the same item, just a different angle?
That's correct.
And can you show 77? Can you tell us what we're looking at here?
If I may refer to my notes so I make sure I tell you correctly. That would be an injury that I photographed to the right shin.
The right shin of the victim in the case?
That's correct.
Could you tell us what this is?
That is just another angle of that same injury to the right shin of the victim.
Court's indulgence. While you were at the coroner's office, did you notice anything on the victim's body? Did you notice anything on him at all, as far as on his, did you notice anything?
Do you mean like clothing items, injuries?
When you got there, was he clothed or was he unclothed?
The victim was nude at the autopsy.
What, if anything, did you notice on his back?
I noticed an injury to the victim's back.
Was it something that you took a photo of?
It was.
Would you recognize that photo if I showed it to you?
I would.
Your Honor, the state's approaching the witness with what's been marked for identification purposes. The state's
Oh my
80
God.
and 81. Without showing those to the jury, do you recognize what I just showed you?
I do.
Are those photos that you took?
They are.
Are they materially different from the photos? Do they look changed in any way?
They do not look changed.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would offer Exhibit 81 and States 81 and 80 as evidence.
Well, Your Honor, our objection is that he's not going to be questioned about what it is. If you want to introduce a photograph, but this is a medical question for the pathologist. And so I don't think this witness is competent to characterize what it is. So I have an objection. I don't object to the admissibility of the picture per se if he took it. I do object to any further testimony. Yeah, and Your Honor, I simply, so I don't have to get up again.
It will be admitted as States 80 and 81.
Thank you.
You can piss me off, I see.
Permission to publish?
Yes.
Was this what you saw on the victim's back?
It is.
Was it what you took a photo of?
It is.
And is that the same thing that you noticed on the victim's back, just different photo?
Yeah, it's just a closer photo.
Court's indulgence. When you were there, did you observe any diagrams for the victim?
The pathologist produced a diagram of the victim's injuries for me.
Okay. Did you observe any scans of the victim?
There was an X-ray performed on the victim.
Would you recognize a photo of that if I showed it to you?
I would.
Your Honor, the state's approaching the witness before it's been marked by State's Exhibit 79.
And Your Honor, I have a slightly different objection, but the same objection. This is a photograph he didn't take. It's a photograph he saw. He can't.
Oh, he just testified to that.
Okay. I'll remain seated.
Do you recognize what I handed you?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It is a photograph of the X-ray that I took.
It's a photo that you took.
That is correct.
My objection is he didn't take it. He saw it at the autopsy. That's for the pathologist.
You said he took a photo of.
He did take a photo, but he didn't know what he was taking a photo of. That's my point, Your Honor.
He's off. Indicating the photo overall.
So it's a photo that you took.
That is correct.
Does what I handed you, does it look substantially similar to the photo you took that day?
That is correct.
Okay. You know, this time.
Because he don't know what the photo was. He took the photo.
All right. It'll be admitted as State 79, subject to whatever that objection.
Permission to publish, Your Honor?
I don't need to be a pathologist to know what they're told.
Seeing it here?
That is the photograph I took of the X-ray.
And lastly, Your Honor, I'm approaching the witness.
I don't need to be a pathologist to know this is an X-ray I took a photo of.
Do you recognize what I just handed you?
Oh, child.
I do.
How do you recognize it?
This would be the package I submitted to evidence containing the projectile collected from autopsy.
Was it something that was it you who collected it from the coroner?
Yes.
Courtroom movements. Where did you take it after you collected it from the coroner's office?
It was immediately transported to our headquarters.
Did you do anything with it between the coroner's office and your headquarters?
I did not.
You just took it from the coroner's to Richmond County?
That is correct.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time the state would offer State's Exhibit 9 in evidence only for identification purposes and projectile.
No objection, Your Honor.
Been to the State's Maryland without objection.
No further questions, Your Honor. Please answer anything from the defense.
Mr. Dooley, did you go to the, I'm not clear on this, may have been clear to the jury, I was having a little trouble hearing you at my age, I guess. Did you go to the scene of this incident?
I did not.
Okay. But you did go to the pathologist's office where the autopsy was held?
That is correct.
So your job was, as you've said, to just take some photographs, collect some evidentiary items, is that right?
That's correct.
And among those items, you collected the things you testified to, and you took photographs, though we don't have them, you have, I assume, of a backpack?
If I may reference, make sure.
Absolutely.
I did not have a backpack.
Sorry?
I did not collect a backpack or
Did not.
photograph one.
Did you collect all of his clothing items?
All that were present at autopsy.
Did they include a hoodie sweatshirt,
They did.
red,
Yes.
with a picture on the front?
Yes.
And did that have a pocket on the front, big pocket?
It did.
Hands or whatever?
It did.
All right. Did you find anything in there?
Inside the hoodie pocket?
Yeah.
I did not.
Find any money? Nothing?
I did not.
Do you have a pair of pants, shorts, pants, long pants?
He was wearing or had black pants and blue and black shorts.
These long pants and shorts?
He had both.
Okay, had both on. You find any money or other wallet, credit cards in that item?
I did not.
In the shoes, did you collect both shoes or one shoe?
I collected one shoe.
We have exhibit 75, which has been admitted. That's one, that's the side view of the shoe, I guess.
Yes.
And we've got 76, which is the top view of the shoe.
That would be correct.
The top shoe is laced, but would you agree that that's loosely tied?
It appears tied to me. I can't tell whether or not it would be tightly tied or not.
You don't know the difference between loose and tight, but okay. You didn't find any money, wallet, credit cards, or any items, anything in the shoes?
No, sir.
also of all you collected at the autopsy in his personal belongings? No cash money,
None that I observed.
So what?
credit cards,
No, sir.
no wallet,
No, sir.
no ID.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Anything over here, Rex? No, Your Honor. All right, sir, you step down. Thank you.
He didn't attempt to
Thank you.
buy anything. He didn't take anything. So he didn't need money for anything. He could have picked it up and remember he left his wallet at home. And he's 14. Come on, Laura.
Now is a good time to break for lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna
Yo, I can pay with my watch.
We will, let's be back ready to go at 2 o'clock and, again, don't discuss the case with one another or do any research, anything of that nature. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see y'all back here at 2 o'clock. Everyone remain seated to the jury.
And didn't they say he had his phone and his mama's phone? He could have had his mama's phone for the tap to pay, you raggedy son of a bitch. Sick of these people. Done pissed me, moved the fuck off.
Yeah, well,
No, I don't have it. I just want to see whether or not we need to bring anybody in. You're gonna finish today, tomorrow,
We
Monday?
should finish today. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. We should finish today. We'll have witnesses ready for tomorrow.
Slow, peasy head punk. So sick of it.
Go.
They done pissed me off. A damn child. A damn child that didn't take a damn thing and you keep asking about money. Where your money at? Because you sure didn't buy yourself a hairline. Everybody else going to Turkey and your ass just sitting there. Combine every single strand of hair on that dang on side of the dang on table. It ain't nobody going to have a full head. Not one. Sitting up there holding that suit up like a hanger. Just hanging off you. Don't have no good shoulders or nothing to stand on. Just there. And who you get that Barney ass tie from? Take your old ass back to the house. Get used to them damn bracelets. Get used to them. Get used to them. For every person you didn't pop that. I'm so sick of it. All right, guys. Now, as y'all know, I do have to adult today a little bit. And I have a training to go into in like 20 minutes. So I need to be able to go get me something to eat. I need a Pepsi before I deal with these folks. Because y'all know, I don't do well stuff like that. So once they come back from lunch, I will continue to watch. I will finish up the recaps. I'll put all the recaps out this evening between tonight. Well, hopefully, Big on home all day. So I'll get them done today. But please bear with me because, I might have to get up real early and start cranking them out. We'll get them out as we can because I can probably put some out in between training and my next meeting. I should be out of training by 2 my time. I got another meeting at 4 o'clock my time and another meeting at 6:30 my time. And those last two not have to do with work, but that's usually when I recap. But we got to get Devontae recap. We got to get at least before lunch recap today. Okay, the world needs to know about how Devontae then came and stepped up after the Carson stepped out. Okay, Devontae held his own, and I hope he know it. Come on, Devontae. And I need to tell Sierra happy birthday. She got her oldest son named is Devontae, and I keep forgetting to tell my cousin happy birthday, and it's her 40th. All right, y'all. So happy birthday, CC, if you see this. If not, I'm about to make you a post, and I will see y'all later. I need to go get me something to drink and a snack before I start this training and pray my strength in the Lord. Miss got to go to class. All right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. I will see y'all in the morning.